fuck's happening right now? You are not in the shot, sir. Well, your elbow is.
Oh, okay. That means because it's over. I also don't want Felicia jumping all over me.
She's fine. I mean, you don't want to tell her sit down.
Yeah, I'm not gonna yell at you. But you will need to sit down, my kind man.
Hey, sit. No, you about to listen to me. You ain't about to just ignore me because Mr. Benetton's over here. Look at me. Look at me. Where's the treasure? You ain't give us all in there.
The whole city. Why are you talking like that? Why are you talking like that?
Sit down. Where's the treasure?
Like, why are you talking like that?
She is looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing?
Like, why are you talking like that? The whole city. Why are you talking like that?
That city just showed you. That's full of people. Better believe in God.
Why are you talking like that? Like, just get a voice modulator, dude. Like, that has to be so much easier than
on your vocal cords.
The whole city. Why are you talking like that? Right?
You're glad that you have money.
Nigga, why are you talking like that? Like,
so
and he's talking like that in normal conversation. That's where you lose niggas like me.
What I wanted to give you it was kind of a reaction to a reaction. Are you familiar with Albert and Preach?
Yeah, I know. I know them.
My kids. They did I was watching the video early and I was like, man, this is great, dude. Man needs to see this. So we're gonna do a kind of reaction to a reaction of a reaction.
That's not weird.
It's a reactception. You ever seen Inception?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Hey, calm down. I know you want to run around and play. Okay, cool.
Oh, we got it?
Oh yeah, let me see. Oh yeah, we got it. We got it.
All right.
So before we get started, I just want to say shout out to Albert and Preach, right?
I like Albert and Preach. They some real niggas, bro. I love them.
You know, and it's like they have solid opinions. Oh shit!
I love the consistently changing hair of Abba.
Yeah,
like the fact that your hair never looks the same in any videos is so dope. And I also love Preach's like. I just love their stance on accountability. I really do.
They're all about accountability, like
really
even towards themselves. And I really fucks with their content. They kind of had some. I wanted to get your takes on that as well. We might do that later in this if we can get to it because they kind of had a little bit some kind of ongoing beef for like Fresh and Fit crew.
Yeah, I heard.
Which I really like the Fresh and Fit crew too. But it's like and I like the
because I don't because it's just Cap. No, that shit is real.
I don't care about what they personally do, believe, or whatever. I like what they speak.
You can't. You gotta be the thing that you say you are.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No.
I'm tired of niggas.
I understand why you say that, but that doesn't make what they say less valid. That doesn't make the statistics that they cite less valid. That doesn't make anything that they say less valid. You know what I mean? All I care about at the end of the day is however they personal life, their personal life. All I care about is the message that they are spitting, whether they live it or not. It's still a message that needs to be preached.
I hear everything you're saying. My response is, if Orochimaru told me 2 + 2 is 4, I will run that by 10 of the niggas before I believe him.
Yeah, but 2 + 2 does equal 4.
I won't believe it coming out of his mouth.
Well, see, that's very different. Because when something's the truth, something's the truth. And when Albert and Preacher pulling up statistics by the FBI, the CDC, all these other organizations, just because Albert Preacher, Fresh and Fit pulling up this because they've come out. Just because they're quoting these statistics, they're quoting these things, doesn't make them less factually correct.
Maybe.
So it doesn't matter, even if they don't follow their own advice, is irrelevant. It doesn't. What they're saying is still factually correct. Their breakdown of the dynamics.
The crackhead tells me that I shouldn't be on drugs is an issue for me.
It doesn't mean he's less correct. It doesn't mean he's less correct. That's what I'm saying. So their breakdown of the male-female dynamic, women's overinflated ego and their unrealistic standards of what they expect from men, how men need to better themselves and all these, they're not incorrect in the message they spit. Whether they live up to that behind the scenes is a different thing entirely, but also just like we had this conversation before we got on camera, sometimes you're playing a character.
Big facts. Sean Carter and Jay-Z are two drastically
different motherfuckers.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Beyonce Knowles and Beyonce are two drastically different Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Belcalis Almanzar and Cardi B drastically different
people. Sometimes you're playing your character. Does that mean that what your character stands for is less valid because the person playing the character? Well, if you acknowledge, well, this is a character. If I wanted to be the person I said I am, I would use my actual name. There's a difference between who I am and Soul. You know Soul, you don't know me.
You know David Benson, you don't know me. Big facts. Huge facts. Soul facts. Facts.
Soul facts. You know Soul. You know supervillain. You don't know me.
Soul's the supervillain.
You don't know who the fuck I am.
Now, mind you, I never actually seen you do anything super villainous, which I'm kind of upset with because your name is the supervillain. I'm upset about that a little bit.
I'm a supervillain of rap.
Oh, see what you did there.
Yeah,
see, because like my name.
It's the supervillain here to save the day. It's literally a paradox. Soul is the commentator, the gamer, the anime reviewer, the comic book talker. Supervillain is the rapper. His name is silly supervillain because since these trash rappers are seen as the heroes, then I guess I'm the supervillain. I have to be
by virtue of them being the heroes.
Yeah.
Well, no. You can be a heroic antagonist.
That name doesn't flow off of So Fist, the heroic antagonist. Does that really sound? I'm not listening to this nigga mixtape.
Heroic antagonist.
So Fist, the heroic antagonist. Yo, who is this guy? Get him off the mic. I can't even say that like in a hey, it's So Fist, the heroic antagonist. And you know I'm the baddest shit. You know, I'm gonna go in and stagger it, and I'm flowing like dagger spits, and like fuck it,
No, actually, you're actually kind of making that work for you a little bit. Like I was slowly believing it. Like you know what? If you had,
you give me enough time to write that shit out, I could probably come up with something.
I would call or have your first album be called Heroic Antagonism.
I was thinking my first album was gonna be called King Soul, the Young God Emperor.
Stop it! Oh, stop it! Stop it! But my friend did, completely unrelated. But one of my friends asked me a question: the My Hero Academia cast, if they were to drop albums, what would they be called? I was like, nigga, that'd be.
Oh, 25th. The other SOULcast number 17. It got blocked. I had to delete it. I don't know what the fuck happened.
That's strange.
Yeah. Well, I refer to women as bitches more than like once, so maybe like that has.
There you go.
I saw another cup of mocha. Where is that at?
Which one?
I saw you came in with another cup of like.
Oh yeah, I had to knock that one out because that one was on spoiled. Don't worry, I'll get you one.
No, it's cool. It's already fucking. When it's already 10 o'clock.
Oh yeah, the only one that we can possibly go to is the one off of you know where Post Oak and 610 is near Galleria.
You ain't gonna be able to get there at this time. All right, so I'm gonna do a little bit of start and stop. I'm gonna let it play for a while. So I guess until I stop it, kind of hold your thoughts, and then when I stop it, we're gonna go from there.
Sure.
And then I guess I'll keep my language cleaner in this one. I was a little drunk in that last one though, so
God damn.
Yeah, I was a little. All right, so
today's topic, we got a video from Jimmy Kimmel. All right.
I hope you had a relaxing Labor Day. It was not a fun Labor Day weekend COVID-wise. The number of new cases is up more than 300% from a year ago. Dr. Fauci said that if hospitals get any more overcrowded, they're going to have to make some very tough.
I'm sorry. I like how they just say arbitrary terms like 300%. 300% of what? Because 300% of one is only 30. See what I'm saying? I like how they do. Anyway, I'm
choices about who gets an ICU bed. That choice doesn't seem so tough to me. Vaccinated person having a heart attack, yes, come right on in. We'll take care of you. Unvaccinated guy who gobbled horse goo, rest in peace, Wheezy. We've still got a lot of pandemwits out there.
I don't know what happened.
Before I have a priest start talking.
What happened? Okay, continue.
Oh, no, dots?
No, due to the Hippocratic oath, hospitals have to take care of anybody who is sick at their doorstep. That's not. They can't differentiate between who has and has not had the vaccination. Thereby advocating against that. If hospitals were to do what Jimmy Kimmel said,
with the pandemics, as he said,
if they were to actually do that, they would be
liable.
Financially liable to the point where they could be sued. And if every hospital did what they said that they suggest, then hospitals will go bankrupt, and then there'll be no hospitals, and more people will be dying of the pandemic because there aren't enough. Like, nigga, you do, no, I'm not doing that.
Also, press, religion, choice, speech.
Yeah,
there's a lot of freedoms we enjoy in this country. If I want to take a vaccine, I don't have to. I literally don't. You actually can't make me, and you also can't punish me for it until you make it against the law to not have the vaccine. But the second you do that, then we become North Korea and China and Russia and all these other places, and then that's not the point of this country.
Well, no, because you do have to have shots in order to go to school. You do. But if you want to go to a public school, you have to have certain shots to go to that public school because they don't want polio.
Yeah, like certain shots for things that have been certifiably proven to be curable that are also contagious at the same time. Yeah. Polio and things and chickenpox and such like things we can undeniably cure. We have not cured the common cold. We have not cured the flu. We have not cured COVID. Therefore, you cannot demand take shots for a vaccine that doesn't cure the fucking disease. Especially when you go online, you see articles that say what to do if you get a COVID vaccine and you contract the virus. Well, then what was the fucking point of the vaccine?
Well,
what was the point of the vaccine? The flu comes around every year. The flu, COVID, all these other, the common cold, these viruses mutate every 6-something months. Viruses mutate. Most people don't, up until about the 70s or 80s, Eastern humans, Asians, basically, Middle Easterns, Japanese, Chinese, they could not contract HIV at all. They didn't have what's called a C-gate within their DNA strain. It was impossible for them to contract HIV at all. You know what happened? The virus mutated around that, evolved. Now they can contract it.
Yeah. Like
we have not cured the flu.
You may not believe in evolution, but evolution certainly believes in you.
Yeah. We have not cured the flu. It comes around every year. I haven't got a flu shot since I was 17. It comes every year. You're gonna demand I die since I haven't had a flu shot in 8 years? I don't want to get the flu shot. I don't want to get a shot where your only means of fighting against the virus is injecting me with a watered down version of it so I can build up white blood cells to defend against it. That's all you're doing. If somebody has a weak constitution and a weak immune system and their doctor, this actually happened. A lady, her doctor outright told her, do not take the COVID vaccine. All it's going to do is put the virus in you so you get white blood cells to build up immunity to it. You have a weak constitution. You've had adverse reactions to vaccines in the past for the flu and the cold and other stuff. If you take the COVID vaccine, you'll get incredibly sick. Don't take it. The court tried to take her son away from her because she didn't take a COVID vaccine because her doctor told her not to.
Her doctor, is medically.
The court did take her son away from her. Yeah. It wasn't until she went public with it that the judge reversed the decision and was like, without any explanation to why he reversed the decision.
Well, no, because.
But what I'm saying is,
I would maintain that probably wasn't even. Yes, there was some media pressure. Probably a whole lot of media pressure, but a lot of that could have just been, nigga, I was sued the state.
Yeah, you took my son away for no reason. You said I'm doing child endangerment because my doctor told me not to take the vaccine.
Yeah, I could just sue the state.
How's that child endangerment? First and foremost, if you're saying that's child endangerment, you're also saying it's illegal to not take this vaccine.
Yeah.
Is it illegal to not take the COVID vaccine?
As far as I know. Yeah, as far as I know. Like, you did not take it.
So why are you taking her child away from her?
I didn't take the child away from her.
Granted. I think these bitches win too much in custody hearings, but in that situation, bro,
no, you're wrong. You're just wrong.
You're just wrong.
And I don't have to pretend like you're right.
Yeah, I don't have to pretend like you're right on that. You're just wrong. So for this guy to be like, this guy has COVID. This guy has COVID. It doesn't matter if this guy is 99 years old and this guy is 21. Take care of the 99-year-old first, because the 21-year-old didn't get vaccinated. You're a dimwit. Are we also ignoring about how minorities feel about government issued anything,
healthcare,
anything,
because it's not like the government has a clean track record on how.
You know what's funny about that? Jimmy Kimmel is the first person to be so like open and progressive and minorities, yay, hoorah. You know who's the largest group of unvaccinated Americans?
Black people. Because of our skepticism.
We don't fucking trust you.
Because of the things you have done.
How did you form a vaccine in less than a year? I have a lot of questions, but I'm not going to get into all that.
Right? No. It's not about. It's just about. I'm not even going to go to the vaccine year. Not even about
less.
No,
less than a year.
Okay, fine. Well, I'm going to say let's assume that they could do it. Not saying that they can.
And now we're like, oh, we're on Delta, so the old vaccine don't work no more. So what's the point of mandating everybody gets this old vaccine?
No, that's neither here.
And then there's the whole, let's flatten the curve. It's gonna take 2 weeks. Okay. You know what's the hardest part about the 2 weeks of flattening the curve?
I didn't finish.
The first 18 months.
I was gonna say, there's just a heavy historical element to why Black people don't wanna.
We don't trust you.
Historically,
we don't trust you.
But here's the catch: neither do Hispanics.
Neither do Asians.
Neither
do smart white people.
Neither do the Native Americans.
Yeah, Native Americans shouldn't trust jack shit.
So are you suggesting that all these people die?
Yes, he is. But he's also a pro-minority at the same time.
You can't,
except for the ones who don't agree with us. But that's the Democratic Party and the leftists and the Marxists and the progressives as a whole. That's their whole shtick. I've seen it for years. We're for you as long as you're with us. Chelsea Handler told 50 Cent, you have to vote for Biden because you're black. And 50 Cent said, bitch, what? I don't care if I used to fuck you 5 years ago. What did you just say to me? She's like, but you're black. Is a 50 Cent like, what? What? That's what they really think of you. Hillary Clinton poured hot sauce out of her purse on the Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the guy asked her, are you just trying to win the black vote? She's like, is it working? That's what they really think. That's what they really... It's the same as I was watching this one video. I was talking to a coworker of mine today. There's this video of Marines, male and female Marines. They're doing this, I forgot what it's called. It's an exercise. Right. But it's kind of like jousting.
Yeah.
Foam pads and stuff.
Yeah.
And like a female Marine, when it gets a male Marine, the male Marine knocked her ass over. I sent the video to the group chat.
Right.
Bulldozed the fuck out of her. Clocked her, rung her fucking clock.
Yeah.
I was like, well, cool. He's treating her like a soldier, not as a woman. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Treating her like a Marine, right? That's actually respectful.
Yeah.
Instead of taking it easy on her simply because she's a female soldier. Right? It would be worse if you'd be like, okay, well, she's a girl. This girl signed up to be in the military. You think the Chinese or the Russians or the Koreans, they're going to take it easy on her in the middle of the battlefield? They came to close quarter combats with bayonettas and shit.
Maybe. Yeah. I'm not telling you this wrong.
No, but what I'm saying is like, it is like what they really think is like, if you're the type of person to say like, I never put my hands on a woman. Why? Oh, because they're a woman. Then you're the sexist one. You think of them as less than you.
No, I would never put my hands on a person who's never hurt me.
That should be your response. I never put my hands on anybody who hasn't done nothing to me. If we're just having discourse, we're having discourse. The second you feel like you have the right to raise your hand and strike me is the second you're getting the 1-2 combo. I don't care if you're a man, a woman, a child, elderly, handicapped, or mentally retarded. Maybe the mentally retarded. Because the cognitive motor function.
But I would depend on how deep is the mental retardation.
All right.
Because mental retard. Because
it could be 8 years old, 15 years old.
Because Down syndrome may not necessarily have you do that at all. You know what I mean? It depends on the nature of the.
Well, it depends on what point your mind retarded, I guess.
Yeah.
If your mind retarded when you're like 8, that's one thing. If your mind retarded when you're like 20, then you might get these hands. You might get these hands. You know, it's like
I don't know. But the fact of the matter is that simply that unvaccinated people deserve the same health care that vaccinated people get because they're
citizens.
Both sick. They're both sick. They're both citizens.
They're both citizens. Long story short, they're both citizens. And for you to kind of draw this line in the sand, you're saying that the people who don't vaccinate are somehow wrong, or they're naughty, or they're in the wrong or something. But in the same token, Jimmy Kimmel will be the same person to turn around and talk about how much he supports minorities and this and that. He is that virtue signaling piece of shit. I'm sorry, like he is that guy. But you don't realize you're insulting the same people you virtue signal for every day of the week.
A lot of people, but this is what happens when you are when you're woke without being knowledgeable.
When you just woke to be woke because your producers say, "Hey, be woke," because woke is hot on Twitter. So
well,
be
it's
woke.
not only that. It's just you're woke without being knowledgeable. To be woke is to be knowledgeable. Well, to be woke
not in this
day
and age.
No, to be woke without knowledge is to be pandering.
Well, no.
You're pandering.
All woke do pander. In this day and age, I understand what you're saying, but you're thinking like early 90s, late 80s woke.
Where woke is connected to knowledge.
When it was pre-internet, I'm saying now woke is pandering, woke is progressivism, woke is Marxism, woke is representation and diversity for the sake of it. Woke is Miles Morales. Woke, I'm sorry, I gotta bring it back to it. So
Miles didn't do nothing to you, my guy.
Oh, he did.
He as far as
woke is Kamala Khan. Woke is American Chavez. Woke is Riri Williams.
Stop.
Woke is Amadeus Cho. Woke is Kate Bishop.
Wait, what's wrong with Kate Bishop? What's wrong with these people?
The fact that they exist, the reason for their existence.
Okay, because I'm like, I like Miles in the Spider-Man game because my only interaction with Miles is into Spider-Man game. I don't know him.
Why were they introduced into the comics?
Huh?
Why were they introduced into the comics?
Nigga, I don't know. I don't know.
To eradicate the white straight male heroes.
Nigga, I don't know that. I just know them here. I just know them here.
But I do. But that's what I'm saying. Like, and this is how I'm introduced to him. Woke is taking X-23, who is X-23 anymore now. She's Wolverine, I guess, because fuck Logan, right?
I was gonna say X. I like.
What's wrong with being X-23? Why
her as X-23? What are you talking about? I didn't know she was Wolverine.
She's Wolverine now. Because Logan died, and Old Man Logan, to make her the new Wolverine. Because
I thought he died because he died.
He died because after 70 years of comic books, Marvel decided, well, the adamantium is actually slowly poisoning his cells at such a rate he can't regenerate anymore. When did that happen?
Well, I can believe that because it's a foreign substance in your body. Foreign substance.
70 years later. 70 years later,
maybe
70 years later, and then his clone daughter, who has the same shit in her body, is going to replace him. Where do we go from there?
That she'll probably die of the same thing.
But what I'm saying is like the reason they did it is you just did it. You just said it. It's like the adamantium was poisoning them. Now, 2018, the adamantium is poisoning them. Now the adamantium is poisoning them. Yeah, it's poison. Yeah, it's slowly. He can't heal as quick as he did before. He was born in 1872. It's 2018, and it's like and he's dying in real time. He's dying in this year that they made something like what happened? He's had the adamantium since the 60s. It's been 50-something years. Yeah, it just started poisoning him. Just say you want to kill Wolverine to replace him with a girl. I will take that better. Oh, the Hulk's dead. How did the Hulk die? How it died? Deadpool killed him while he was Bruce Banner. But Bruce just tried to kill himself. Yeah, but Deadpool succeeded. But Bruce has tried to kill himself. Yeah, but Deadpool did it. Okay, why is Hulk dead? Because we have a Korean Hulk.
So you think he killed the Hulk?
Spider-Man's dead. Why is Spider-Man dead? Kingpin?
No.
The guy who beat the Sinister Six is killed by the Kingpin.
No, he's not. Just say it.
Just say you want a black spider. You know, it's just it gets to this level where that's when it becomes insulting. Hawkeye can't aim anymore, so his daughter's a new Hawkeye. Why can't he aim anymore? Steve, he lost the super soldier serum. Why? So what about Captain America? Sam Wilson's gonna be Captain. He's already the Falcon.
Just keep him Falcon.
What's wrong with being the Falcon? It'd be better if he's Captain America. Why? Because Captain America was a white guy. Now he's gonna be black. But he's already the Falcon. You're not making Sam Wilson a better character by making. This is what I'm saying. This is why I don't like these characters. It's the thought process behind it. Let's take a classically white character who's been white for decades. Because it's a problem. We feel like it's a problem with these characters being white, even though we don't understand. These people don't connect with these characters. I don't give a fuck that Logan's Canadian. I don't give a fuck that Peter's from Queens. I don't give a fuck that Tony's rich. I don't give a fuck that Steve was born in Brooklyn in the 40s. I don't give a fuck that Hawk. You know what I mean? I care about these characters, their stories, their personalities.
Hawkeye can be easily replaced and not have anything wrong with him. He could simply say, "I just
got too old.
I'm
retired. I just retired." But what I'm saying is, it's the fact that they've gone out of their way, because you notice every character they replaced or changed up in some weird sort of way, all straight white dudes. Every single last one of them. Nobody's replacing T'Challa. Nobody's replacing Storm.
No, we didn't replace T'Challa for sure.
Oh, that's another one. That's another but no. Shuri didn't become the Black. She just became Shuri, who had no comic book presence until after Letitia Wright played her in the movie. None. That's a very new concept. That's a very new concept. That's incredibly new. But what I'm saying is my beef with this is the reason they're doing it. Okay. You feel like I should not look up to these guys because they're men, because they're white, and because they're heterosexual. Okay. I'm telling you, fuck off.
Okay. Well, I believe that there is places. Well, my opinion, you can have Miles Morales and Peter Parker
at the same time. I did a video on this. I'm gonna send it to you a long time ago. Nobody's against Spider-Man getting a sidekick and him teaming up with Miles and something. Nobody's against Tony Stark and Riri Williams working together. My issue is you're gonna kill Tony and replace him with Riri. But Riri can't solve her own problems, so the AI in her suit isn't Jarvis or Jocasta or Friday or any of Tony's other famous AIs. Her AI is literally Tony Stark, and he does everything. It's the issue that you want to replace these people. You want to take away Steve Rogers' super soldier serum, so he can't be Captain America more. So Sam Wilson can be Captain America, but Steve's going to tell him everything he needs to do. So you realize you need these characters in your books in some way. You want to get rid of Thor, Odin's son, and make his wife Thor somehow, when you could have just gave her some ancient amulet of just whatever the fuck, and they could work together. Nobody's against Hulk and Braun working together with Bruce Banner and Amadeus Cho, or going out together, and Bruce is trying to teach him how to control the gamma gene and stuff. But instead, your idea is now we're just gonna kill him and replace him. Oh shit, we gotta bring him back. Fuck, nobody's buying these comics. We gotta bring him back. Shit. Fuck. Okay, let's do Marvel Legacy. Let's come up with some bullshit reasons to bring all these old heroes back. You didn't have a choice. You didn't want to bring them back. You realized nobody was buying this bullshit.
True. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying.
But I'm saying you wonder where my anger comes from. Yeah. You're telling me not to look up to these people. I'm 26. So I've known since I was a child.
Right. I get.
And because you're telling me, well, you shouldn't look up to them. They're men and they're white and they're straight. I don't give a fuck. The fact that Peter is white doesn't. I don't even care that Virgil Hawkins is black. What I actually care about that. You might care that he's black. You know what I care about Virgil? It's like he lives in a shitty neighborhood. All the gangbangers got superpowers. He got superpowers. And he was like, I got powers. I won't let these assholes do whatever they want to do. I'm gonna stand up to them. The color of his skin, fucking irrelevant. Do you know why? If it was, I wouldn't like Gear.
I like Gear too.
But what I'm saying is his color of his skin, irrelevant. I don't like Peter because he's white. I like Peter because he's 15 years old. His parents died in a plane crash. His uncle died by a mistake that he made. His aunt's having heart attacks every other week, and she has hospital bills. I'm going to get a job of myself taking pictures of myself fighting supervillains so I can help pay for my aunt's hospital bills, so I can help around the house while I still go to school and do stuff and still make it home in time for dinner. That's why I like him. Skin color, irrelevant. If you like a character because of their skin color, you're part of the problem. No disrespect. I'm just saying, because that's irrelevant. I don't like Jack in SPD because he's black. It has nothing to do why I like the character.
I like Jack. I like Jack, but not because he's black. But I do.
I don't like TJ because he's black.
I do. I love TJ because he's actually the quintessential leader, even on a team where he wasn't.
But you get what I'm saying. The fact that you're, if your identity is like, well, he's black.
Because there's Black Power Rangers I don't like.
Damon.
No, I like Damon.
I know. Cowboy.
Actually, I kind of like
Joe,
him too.
I
like him too. You know who I don't
Mr.
like?
Get Bitches. That's
I
his
like
character.
him though. I like because if I was a Power Ranger, you best believe I'll be out here smashing hoes. Nigga, I wish I would.
His whole character is I pull hoes.
Yes. And then, until the one hoe that he couldn't pull, he like, nigga, I can't pull a hoe.
I want to commit to this.
I'm gonna commit to this one because this bitch said me no. I can't believe this bitch said no. Oh, I gotta get her. Like that's different.
He's
I
the
like
most
that.
one-dimensional fucking.
But I love him though. But then
That's true. That's true.
But,
You know, I like Nick because he snaps his fingers and.
I love that nigga too. No, but I actually kind of like Nick. I just say that he shouldn't be the leader. That's my only knock against him. He shouldn't be your leader.
You gotta admit, he do be slapping his fingers.
That nigga, and then you got a dragon and everything, bro. That nigga, I'm like, nigga, I never hated on the character. I hated on his role.
His role placement.
Yeah, his role placement is bad. His character, the strongest nigga in the room doesn't have to be
the leader of the team.
Most Six Rangers.
Yeah.
Most Six Rangers.
Except for Tommy. That nigga became White Ranger, just took over from Rocky. Poor Rocky.
Because Rocky's trash. Person of color. Rocky is trash.
Rocky is native, isn't he?
He's native and Hispanic. Rocky is trash. Garbage. Actual garbage.
Wait a minute. But you remember elevator going up, elevator going down. Him and Adam.
I love Adam though. I love Adam. Johnny on Bosch.
Yeah.
Without Johnny, I don't have Ichigo.
Yasuga Tensho? Yeah. Hey.
Without Johnny, I don't have Nero.
That's true.
Without Johnny, you don't have a lot of shit. You don't have a lot of shit. I love Johnny. Johnny dope.
At least you calm your hyperactive down.
Aisha. Love Aisha. Tanya. I love Tanya. Katie. Nigga, who doesn't fuck with Katie?
Katie, who's Katie?
Like Time Force Yellow.
Oh yeah. Dude, strong bitch.
Literally so strong that she pulled the belt by herself.
Yeah, strong bitch.
Like literally, it took form of we can't. Yeah, I'm like, that's the only person.
Think about it. She only gets stronger when she's morphed. That's the crazy part.
Yeah. No, but you know that's the only person that Eric never really beefed with 1v1.
Why would he?
Wow.
When I feel she could pick you up and just
she could crush me. Never mind.
I want to do that. I wouldn't have time to say quantum power.
Yeah, motherfucker. Oh damn.
Oh shit. Oh
hey. Yo, emergency morph. Nigga. Turn this shit the fuck on.
Let's move to this video a little bit more though. Like,
the fuck on.
This has been a fun discussion so far though.
Yeah.
We kind of got a little off topic, but let's get back into
late night TV shows has became.
Hold on, let's go back.
And
they cheered.
Yes, come right. You bet. And that choice doesn't seem so tough to me. Vaccinated person having a heart attack, yes, come right on in. We'll take care of you. Unvaccinated guy who gobbled horse goo, rest in peace, Wheezy. We still got a lot of pandimwits out there.
I don't know what happened when late night TV shows has became the mouthpiece for mainstream media, but it's frightening. When people get up on public platforms, they're like media personalities.
When Stephen Colbert used to be anti-establishment, that's a whole different conversation.
And newscasters, it seems very like public, even public officials have said some iteration of this. You have to sit back and think, what do you think this does for public discourse? When you say, well, if that's your stance, then you deserve to die by the side of the street. What do you think that does when you want to say something to that person's benefit? And you're like, guys, this is what you need to do. It's going to be good for you. Do you think they're ever going to listen to it? You just said, go die by the side of the street. I'm going to fuck when you're that's like, we become so tribal about this whole incident that, you see Joe Rogan and you see him getting COVID.
Hello, friends. So I got back from the road Saturday night, feeling very weary. I had a headache and I just felt run down. And just to be cautious, I separated from my family, slept in a different part of the house. And throughout the night, I got fevers and sweats, and I knew what was going on. So I got up in the morning, got tested, and it turns out I got COVID.
People were like, fucking great. And we were just hoping, they're salivating at the opportunity that he might die after all the stuff that he said on his podcast. We've gotten so extreme with this stuff that even mainstream news just get out here saying, oh, horse dewormer, Joe Rogan takes, like they're spreading fake news and they don't even care. Why? because it appeals to their tribalistic instincts.
Yeah.
Like we are pulling at extremes so hard with this thing, and then afterwards we're wondering why the other side doesn't trust or they're not participating. You have never fostered an environment where people can really come together and feel like they can trust
That's
each
a
other.
large part of the problem is that we pull at extremes. Like you only really hear two. Like I think that's a large part of the problem with America. And it's a whole large part of the problem with how we function as a society. Even hell, it even boils down to almost family. But we function at extremes. You're either here or you're there.
Right.
There's no
gray area.
There's no gray area
or middle ground.
or just middle ground where it's like, well, no, you can, if you're right, you can be right and be dead right. You can be wrong, you can be dead wrong. You don't have, like, the fact that we are pulling at extremes is crazy to me. Like, it's not like you have to choose between the fact that I have to I feel like I can like Peter Parker and Miles Morales. I don't feel like I have to choose between Peter Parker or Miles Morales, and that's a large part of the problem of what happens. And that's a large part of what happens is that we pull at extremes. Now, if we didn't pull at extremes, what would the pandemic actually look like?
The pandemic will look.
What will a long life look like if we just didn't pull at extremes?
The pandemic would look like flu season.
Yeah, we didn't pull it. And how do we treat flu season?
Like it's something that happens every year.
And we protect against it, and we take care of it. The problem is, now, granted, we lost a lot of people due to COVID. I agree with that. But
I mean, that's debatable. But
the fact that
I'm not saying we haven't lost people, by the way, before anybody says, I'm not saying we haven't lost. It's just when people say metrics like we lost a lot, I would like to look at it from numerical value. With a population of 350 to 370 million people in this country alone and worldwide 7 billion, the number of people we lost last time I checked was less than 1% altogether. I'm not saying those lives don't matter.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, is this like the threat to the world that the media wants you to think it is? With a 98% survival ratio for anybody under the age of 40, I really don't think it is. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just like, and the fact that of all the people who caught it, over 80% of the people who caught it have recovered from it, and over 95% of the people who caught it have survived it. I don't think it's as big of a threat to civilization as we know it, as they keep telling us it is.
I just think this is one of the major threats that we can point to. The problem, this is
we lose more people from drunk driving.
No, I hear it.
We lose more people from STDs.
Right.
We lose more people from gun violence.
I hear you.
We lose more people. I can go on.
No, I hear you.
We lose more people every year.
No, but you can't point to a single villain in that. We can legit say COVID is the reason. You can't say drunk driving, because if you're gonna say drunk driving, are you getting rid of
prohibition of alcohol? And like, well, I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying
you can't point to a villain. This is the first time we ever had a villain.
There are things that diminish population in much higher numbers that we don't freak out and panic over. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you don't want to know what I'm saying? Because we don't have a villain.
Mm-hmm. Also, because you just live with them.
Yeah, you just live with them.
You just live with them.
Like it's hard to live with Thanos. COVID is Thanos.
Thanos kills half of everything.
I hear
COVID
you.
kills less than 1% of everything.
No, you're missing what I'm saying.
No, I get what
Thanos is COVID is Thanos, meaning that we can point to that and say this is why. It's hard to get rid of drunk driving without instituting prohibition.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's hard to get rid of STDs if you're gonna get rid of just sex. Wait, bitches can't suck
sex
my dick?
is illegal.
No, it's not.
Like,
get on your fucking knees right now. There's in order to institute a lot of things, you have to go without a lot.
Every Red Ranger doesn't have a battleizer, J Wolf. You forget that bitch has Jungle Fury Red Ranger.
He really wasn't a bitch.
No battleizer.
Not having a battleizer does not make you a bitch ass.
No, it was cool. Cassie, right? Casey.
I like Casey. Casey as a character was a dope nigga.
As a character,
He's
his character arc was fine.
He's dope. He's
Junker Fury's story is fine.
You
Junker
just
Fury's
don't like
hand-to-hand combat is fine.
excellent.
Junker Fury's characters were fine.
You don't like it.
I just don't like the
True.
series.
I listen.
Like,
You know what else functions for that with me?
What?
Doesn't sound crazy. What was it? Dino? Not the one that was
What's it? Dino Thunder?
No, the one that's on the Neo Saban era.
Dino Charger? I can get that.
You get what I'm saying? Like I get it. I'm watching it. Everything seems fine. I'm not a fan.
No. But you gotta admit, much better than anything else in Neo Saban era.
That's not a hard bar to clear, though.
Yeah.
Nigga,
It's not the tallest hurdle to jump over.
Samurai. I put it like this. Operation Overdrive is better than everything in the Neo Saban era. Would you watch it? And that's Disney. That's Disney's worst season.
I will watch Dino Charge before I watch Operation Overdrive.
No, I will not. No, I will not. I don't. That's just wrong. I will take Disney's worst season and put that against.
I would.
Everything.
I would say Operation Overdrive is better than almost everything in Neo Saban. Because I can't see myself watching Overdrive before I watch Dino Charger.
I can't see myself watching Overdrive before the first half of Dino Charger. First half of Dino Charger is great. When we got the Super Dino Charger,
oh no,
trash.
Throw that shit out. Throw that out the window.
You can throw out the baby.
So you talking about the first 20 episodes of Dino Charger?
Yeah, first 20 episodes.
Oh yeah, hey, yeah. It was like wow, it's like a plot. You know, it's
like who did y'all get to write this? It wasn't y'all.
Then like the last 20 episodes, you was like, well, what happened here? That is like 11 Rangers.
Why was there 25 niggas?
I was at 15 billion fucking Rangers. Like, what happened? Where did they all come from? And then you only saw them like 1 or 2 episodes.
Where y'all niggas come from? For
one of them was the Red Ranger's dad.
Yeah. Because reasons.
And he was in 2 episodes. The Torquor's Elephant or
so whatever.
I watched every episode of that show. God forbid, because you know what? You know why I watched every episode of Super Dino Charge? I was amazed at the stark contrast. I was like, what? Did I imagine the first half of the show being like decent?
Okay.
Like, did I imagine that?
Maybe the shit was
terrible from the beginning. You know?
You know what it is? Have you ever been in a relationship so bad that you stayed in it? Because because at some point you're like, no, the first half of the relationship was dope, right?
It was dope, right?
Or was Michael always right? Nigga, was the bitch I was with wasn't great? Was the bitch?
No, let's go. Yeah.
The moment these disagreements extend themselves, rather than try to bridge that gap, people just pull on these extremes. Our media is failing us in ways I can't explain. Again, you're looking at 2 people who are vaccinated. And I'm looking at this dialogue and I'm like, what? You motherfuckers are crazy. This vaccine passport, nonsense. This dialogue that y'all having, nonsense. And I thought it's so funny that you started this little monologue by mentioning Dr. Fauci. Big ass fraud as well. Lying to Congress about the fact that these people funded the research that potentially led to this whole pandemic. There's a lot to be said about the way this conversation is going. It's crazy to watch from me on the outside. People will be out here talking about, oh, lives are precious, all this other stuff. Oh, is that your decision? Die. You know, when it comes to topics like these, oftentimes they get deranked because we even mentioned COVID or this pandemic. So, yeah, if you want to help support us, like and comment, all right? It helps us boost us up in the algorithm and gets these kind of topics more to the forefront, and that's how you guys can help us beat the algorithm in ways. Yeah, it's interesting hearing the left really expose itself a lot during this dialogue. You think about the unvaccinated, per capita, minorities are very overrepresented. And I did an extensive video on why, minorities have issues with the healthcare system and the lack of trust. And it goes to extend even to this vaccine. There's a lot of hesitancy there due to history, right?
See?
And it's interesting hearing this man out here crying. Jimmy Kimmel loves to cry on camera.
Oh, God, that nigga loves to cry.
Cries for minorities, cries for people suffering.
Oh, I remember that.
Right?
Oh.
He loves his tears. And here you have that same shared history contributing to the problem today in regards to vaccine hesitancy. And all of a sudden, his compassion for people who sometimes maybe they're victims of misinformation. Sometimes maybe they're just
Well, also, history. Once again,
So what did you think of what he just said about maybe being a victim of misinformation? Because I don't think I am a victim of misinformation. But that is an interesting.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that you very well may or may not be. I'm not here to determine that for you. But
no, it was not the fucking motorcycle. He would have said battle like. Keep going.
We're gonna focus on the video. What was I gonna say? That a lot of it has to do with just there could be misinformation on either side. The problem is when we're telling people that your life is so unprecious that you should die because of your lack of vaccination.
Choice of, or you should lose your child.
If any extreme
over this vaccination thing, right?
And this is on any extreme. I'm not a fan of extremes. Now, granted, I'm a fan of right and wrong. Right and wrong is an extreme. Because there are things in life
that could be extreme.
No, because there are things in life that are fundamentally right. There are things in life that are fundamentally wrong.
Could you give me something fundamentally right?
Something that's fundamentally right?
Yeah.
The nuclear family protects us from law and corruption. That's objectively factual. Because we've seen and how do I know this? Because we've seen what happens when the nuclear family doesn't exist.
Minus society.
Huh? So objectively,
that goes back to how humans have survived historically.
Yeah.
Our ancestors, they didn't. There was no females running around the wilderness with a club in her hand talking about something. I'm strong and independent from all these niggas. Oh, that's not what happened. She sat there, she picked berries, and she took care of the children while the nigga went out there and killed lions and mammoths and shit.
Yeah. And my point is, that's something that's fundamentally right. Something that's fundamentally
wrong.
It's
something that works. I'm not sure if we can say it's right because a lot of chicks will tell you, I don't want to have to be a slave to a man and my children, which is fucking crazy to me. But it works, But there'll be chicks who'll tell you that it would.
No,
I don't want to be a mother.
No. Simply because there are people who will tell you something doesn't necessarily make it. I'm like, there are things that are objective right stands on its own, regardless of opinion.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like it's something that works. Yeah. Like I said, how many cave women were just doing it by themselves?
No, I wouldn't even say cave woman. Don't even bring it there.
Hunter-gatherer woman.
No, not even. There are modern societies right now that aren't America that will tell you that a man and a woman are absolutely
need to work together. They need to work together.
Modern societies right now
need to work. What's the one difference to that though? I'm sorry, I might offend people when I say this.
Even Mexican culture, there's a quote that says, "The house is not set upon the ground, but upon a woman." That tells you how important the woman is for the household.
Well, you see, that's what I'm saying. I might offend people. I might offend people when I say this, but like, that's one of those things that works one way, but not both. Basically, it works in a woman's favor, but doesn't necessarily work in a dude's favor. What I'm saying by that is like you said, the household, right? It needs to be built upon a woman. Because while the guys out there working and bringing back the goods and stuff, who's taking care of the household and the children in the household so they can grow up and be nourished and raised and everything right there. Right. The only difference is like that woman needs you to do that, right? If you're not bringing home the goods
to do that,
she can't get it done.
Right.
Which is my point. Like, they need us. We really don't need them. If you was a man and you did not care for women or children, you know how many guys would be content working, making any money, eating bologna sandwiches every day, not caring about having full cooked meals. What I'm saying is like they need us to survive. We need them to procreate.
No, I agree with you.
So
listen,
if my goal was solely survival as a man, it'd be easier, infinitely easier to survive alone.
No, I hear you.
Infinitely easier.
No, I hear you.
Women and children are baggage. So, like, I mean, I know it sounds fucked up, but at the end of the day, infinitely easier to survive alone. I need less water, less food, a smaller space. Infinitely easier to survive alone. She can't say that because who's gonna kill the fucking tiger? Who's gonna stop the rapist? Who's gonna bring home? Who's gonna kill the bears and shit and bring home meat for the kids that she can cook? She's not doing it. So they need us to survive. We need them to procreate. If I want a child, I need her. I can't do it without her. If I just wanted to survive, I don't need you for shit. So that's what I'm saying. It kind of works one way, but not both ways. The nuclear family works in terms of if you want a family unit to survive. If I wanted to survive with myself, I can get a dog, a big old husky or a wolf or something, and domesticate it, and I'll be Gucci. What the hell do I need the female? What do I need her for? She cooks food with flavor. I can cook it without flavor. I still eat it. You know.
Well, I go back to what Dave Chappelle said. Like, if a nigga could fuck a bitch in a cardboard box, he wouldn't buy a house.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A lot of what we do, win, lose, or draw, is a lot because of one.
But I'm talking about terms solely on survival, not procreation, not accumulation, not accumulation of status or procreation of life. Surviving, what do you actually need a woman for to help you survive?
Maybe, yeah. I'm not arguing with you. That, but I guess
anybody who could tell me something I'm wrong on.
No.
Let me know.
I'm not arguing with you. I guess what I'm saying is that,
and I mean the nitty gritty, because before anybody say, well, women need us to survive. They don't need us in a world that men built. Sure, their light bills are gonna. They go work a job, pay the light bills. They can go to the grocery store and buy their food. Where does that food come from? It comes from a truck. Where does the truck come from? It comes from the farm. Who works on the farm? The dudes. Who built the road? The dudes. Who set up the power lines? The dude. Who works in the plumbing industry? The dudes. Who? You know what I mean? The world was built by us. We do not need them. We need them to keep the species going, but
we need the world. I'll say it like this: women give the world a soul. They just do.
But we're the body, though.
Yeah.
Who manipulates the world? Who turns it into the comfortable living? And this is, you said primarily? No, majority. Pretty much exclusively. Yeah. Over 99% of the infrastructure work, architecture, plumbing, electrical work, etc. The things that makes the infrastructure of America, that makes it run, male workers. Yeah. Because men do labor-intensive work and women do socially intensive work. Yeah. They're most of our social workers, guidance counselors, teachers, nurses, psychiatrists, sociologists. They're social work. Right. Labor work is, but what builds the world? If the labor work never happened, we wouldn't have the social work. True. So all I'm saying is, like, we do not need these bitches to survive. So to every nigga watching the SOULcast, that's tough. But it's also the truth. We do not need them to survive. I know all you niggas can live off ramen noodles and ham sandwiches for the rest of your life and not give a fuck. The only reason why you give a fuck about eating lasagna is because the bitch next to you wants something different to eat tomorrow. If it was up to you, you would not give a fuck. You eat the same thing from Jack in the Box every day of the week. Why? Because it's $4. Yeah. I don't want leftovers. Bitch, it's food. Like, the difference between male and female mind, people. You don't need them to survive. Stop. I don't want to disagree just for the sake of disagreeing, but I would not. We do not need them to survive. They need us to survive. Who's gonna stop the robber when it comes to the house?
No, but I guess what I was saying, we're
the gun. Who built the gun?
Yeah, no, but I'm saying we got sidetracked. We got sidetracked a lot because I guess what I'm saying, we pull at extremes. And I think that a lot of this cannot be dealt with extremes, particularly if you're trying to solve the problem. We can't have extremes.
No, we can't.
We got to solve the problem. That should be the only. That should be the only.
But then, how do you solve the problem? You have to look at it from every angle. Huh?
True, but pulling at extremes as our immediate means of
that just creates a dichotomy. This side and this side overlapping each other over and over again.
But that's the problem.
It just creates a dichotomy. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't
help you. It doesn't help preserve life.
It's just what do you call it, a paradigm shift? Yeah. That's all it is.
No, but it's a paradigm shift for nothing. Because you're not solving the problem. The problem is that people are dying due to what we believe is COVID, right? Let's assume that COVID is killing people. Having extremes is not helping people live and survive. It's just not. So if we want to help people survive, we gotta stop pulling at extremes for a moment and say, hey, what is the best way to solve this problem? Then we go about solving it. Like.
So you're saying don't let non-vaccinated people die?
Why are we letting people die? Why is that the metric? Yeah. That should always be the wrong answer.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree.
There should always be like the fact that is even those multiple choice quizzes.
Worst case of hiccups.
Those multiple choice quizzes, right? Whereas like there's A, B, C, and D, and D is clearly the wrong answer. Why would I choose D? Nigga, that's clearly the wrong answer. Nigga, we're just choosing D to be a dick. I ain't got time for you to be a dick, my nigga. We really trying to save motherfuckers out in these streets, cuz.
Oh God. God damn it. I'm sorry. I apologize to everybody watching. These hiccups are not going away. I don't know what to do.
Drink some water. But you get my point. It should never be let niggas die. Let niggas die should never be the answer. Hit the button.
Victims of history. Or sometimes maybe they're victims of their own ignorance. Could be a plethora of things.
Mm-hmm.
But rather than approach it from a compassionate standpoint, it's no, go die. Right? Black lives matter when it's expedient, but Black lives don't matter when it comes to this vaccine business. So it's interesting watching this dialogue from a compassionate standpoint. It's no, go die. Right? Black lives matter when it's expedient, but Black lives don't matter when it comes to this vaccine business. So it's interesting watching this dialogue unfold. There's a lot of hypocrisy involved and a lot of ignorance on the part of people who think they're in the know and on the right side.
What do you feel about that? Black lives matter, except when it comes to this COVID shit.
I completely agree.
But you agree with that?
No, I completely agree that that's how people see it.
Oh,
Black lives matter. Okay, great. We're gonna protect people from COVID. Black lives sometimes matter.
So sometimes matter. Let's not get carried away here.
Turns out they don't know their history. So it's disappointing. Well, if you don't want to take the vaccine, fine. That's your choice. But if you end up going to the hospital and you get COVID, then die. That's I grant you that you're correct. Your stance
does that not sound ridiculous?
And that these people
saying
are
it out
completely
loud,
wrong, right? They are being negligent. Is it really going to be people's stance that because folks are negligent, they don't deserve treatment? Really? Is that what we're going to do?
That's what we're going to do. Let's do it. You don't want to do it?
So if you get in a DUI, you crash, don't deserve to be helped.
Nope.
If you're handling a firearm and you shoot yourself, don't deserve to be helped. Just die.
Nope. That's you.
Really?
Yeah.
And look, you may not have sympathy for these people, I understand, but we're really trying to say that healthcare shouldn't be afforded to these people. They shouldn't be helped. You just let them die.
Let them die.
No.
If he dies, he dies.
There's an extra.
That preacher's being a little bit of a troll right now, but he's like,
but he's being a troll to prove a point. What, bro? Like, nigga, we save people from suicide attempts all the time.
nah, it's all them. It's all you. It's all you. Hey, go for it.
No.
Hey, you know better than that. Stop begging for food. Sit down.
You're fine.
You know better than that. Do not beg for food.
You're fine. Cool.
Want to keep it paused till you come back?
Come back around.
All right.
Killer this where people say, no, we're not saying that. But if the hospital beds are overloaded and we got to choose between vaccinated people and unvaccinated people as we have to triage, well, make sure the vaccinated, listen, when you got to make tough decisions about who gets health care and who gets to live versus who doesn't, if your criteria is whether they're vaccinated or not, sorry, but that's a poor criteria.
Why is it?
Because I think there's a lot of things you should run down through before you choose whether they should be vaccinated or not. Well, health concerns. Is this person really healthy or are they chronically sick? Should I save an 80-year-old vaccinated person versus a 20-year-old who's unvaccinated? These are like much more important questions than vaccine versus not. And listen, granted, if I gave you the most perfect scenario and it's like 20-year-old versus 20-year-old, one's vaccinated, one's not, there's only one ICU bed. Okay, maybe in that scenario I could understand. But that's not the way this talk is going whatsoever.
Right.
It's also
really
a realistic situation.
At the end of the day, I think it's a stupid way to look at this issue. I understand people feel very strongly about this. They think it's a very serious issue. But now we've gotten to a point in public discourse. Remember initially, it's like everyone do what we can to save old folks, right? Sacrifice, this is part of it, right? It's the compassionate thing to do. And then, I don't like your choices. Well, fuck you, Dan. It's just such a crazy trade. Like you know what I mean? Like it's just such a crazy. Remember, there's people at the beginning who were just like, "Man, fuck old people."
But you know what the thing is?
It's crazy.
No,
It's crazy.
when motherfuckers, it was really cool to say, "Hey, 9-year-old, fuck you, hoe ass nigga." Just crazy. Like 90-year-old nigga don't want to live too, bro. So it was easy to say fuck the old ass nigga, bro. Like no, like I have like my great aunt passed away at 95 years old. We're really gonna say fuck the 95-year-old woman because no nigga like we really saying all right. Go ahead, fuck. Now I understand if it was like 90 to a 3-year-old. I'm saving the 3-year-old child.
Right. Just in general, 90-years.
Fuck that hoe ass nigga for real. I don't got that button in me, bro. I
done had that money in me a little bit, but when everything was first started happening back, what was it like fucking April. March, April.
April.
People started. I was like, yeah. I was looking at everything that was happening. I was like, I ain't in danger. It's like, yeah, but the elderly, fuck them. I was like, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, fuck about these elderly niggas. I don't even come in contact with no elderly people. So I was like, I don't give a fuck. My day-to-day life, I come in contact with no elderly people.
With that being said, I don't have a fuck the elderly mentality. Like my problem is the mentality. My problem is the part where motherfuckers are saying it's cool to be like, you make that a fucking public policy. Like, I'm sure that there are white people who never run into black people, but at no point should those white people be like, "Oh, police brutality against black people, fuck them." Like, nigga, that should not be the. So because I don't run into them every day.
I don't got one insurgent friend.
Therefore, fuck the insurgents. Who are the insurgents? It's not like you're killing them, nigga. They never really tell you who the insurgency is. You walked in and said we killed a group of insurgents. Nigga, I was like, no, you threw a bomb into a daycare. Like, nigga, that's not like you just blew up somebody's house, nigga. That's not.
Fuck them insurgents, man.
Who's an insurgent? Like, what is the insurgent uniform?
I don't got one.
What insurgent friend? Yeah, no, you do. His name was Ahmad. He lives across the street. Nigga, that kind of stuff.
Well, what is the insurgent uniform?
They don't have one. You're killing them. You threw a bomb into a daycare and called it a group of terrorists. No, you mean a group of 3-year-olds? What the fuck are you talking about?
Fuck them insurgents. Is that what the non-vaccinated is now?
Yeah.
That is.
Fuck the unvaccinated. You mean the 3-year-old child that didn't get a vaccination because of?
Fuck the non-vaccinated, man.
But I question anybody who pulls at those types of extremes.
Dimwit. Such shaming language, right?
It's but fuck shaming. You want to make that right policy. That's where you lose me. You're trying to turn this into policy.
Oh, well, once you relinquish some freedoms, they'll surely take all the other ones behind.
And my problem is, it's not even that you have. My problem isn't that you have your personal philosophy. My problem is that you're trying to take personal philosophy.
The egg roll is gone.
Yeah, the egg roll's gone. But the problem is that you try to take personal philosophy and turn it into public policy.
Public policy. Yeah.
When it rises like that, you just gotta give it a little bit of time for the thing to See, if it was lasting
test the values a little bit.
Yeah, that's the value. The hardest. I saw this meme the other day. That was a great meme. Is you know what the hardest thing about the 2 weeks to flatten the curve?
Yeah.
The first 18 months. It's all good to be righteous. It's only the last 2 weeks. But now it's been 18 months. So now you see motherfuckers getting tired and be like, you know what, end up with this. Kill him. and him,
Yeah.
and him.
Yeah.
And it's coming from it's coming from a person that maybe is vaccinated or not. I don't care.
He's
but
definitely vaccinated.
but peep game. You have to understand why like certain people are vaccinated as well, right? Certain people like him, he gets vaccinated. If shit goes south, he has the means to help himself. You understand what I'm saying? Let's say he has a vaccine and shit goes south. He could go to a hospital, private care. As a matter of fact, he don't even need to go to a hospital. The hospital can come to him. He has the funds and the means for that. So when you take your advices from people, from the stars, the music industry, entertainment industry that got the funds, and it's not really gonna affect them. It's like whenever back in the pandemic, people were saying, all these big ass stars were saying, yeah, stay home, help the people. And I was just thinking to myself, it's easy for you to stay home when you got a pool, a basketball court, a tennis court, 7 cars, a maid, the bank account to stay home, a cinema inside your house, a bowling alley. It's easy for you to say that. You got the means, and it's not gonna stay home. It's not the same thing as you. That is, yeah, you got 5 kids.
We don't need you motherfuckers singing "Imagine There's No Heaven." We really don't need that.
It's easy for me to. It's easy for a. Once again, I tell people all this. This is delving into relationships, but I tell people all the time. It's real easy for me. The reason why. Despite the fact that I've never cheated on a woman a day in my life. You want to know why it's very easy for me to forgive cheating? Because I have no clue what it takes to not cheat on somebody. It's never been a demon I had to deal with.
Mm.
Yeah,
I think we have drastically different opinions of what constitutes as cheating for a man and woman.
True. No, but you know, I'm saying no matter infidelity across the board has never been an issue for me.
Well, I have the strong belief that in terms of that
infidelity, the fact that another woman's vagina, I never put my penis into a woman's vagina that wasn't my girlfriend.
On that terms, I have a very strong belief, and I won't budge on. Men don't cheat; we just have sex.
No, that just sounds like a justification for cheating.
No. You know how a man cheats? You want my honest opinion on this? I'll explain to you real quick. A man is cheating if you're like a woman, you're married to a guy. Let's say you're in a mansion and you've just been living it up for 20 years or whatever, like, and then you find out that there's like some 20-year-old chick and she got an apartment and maybe she has like a kid or two, and then you find out that your man is paying her bills and that's his secret family he ain't never tell you about, and that's him cheating. No, lie, she's being a little bitch about it. Like, that's him cheating. Him taking care of and providing for another woman is him cheating. But if he's just having sex with her, that's like you shouldn't even care. Like, you shouldn't. And the reason why I say that is because like men and women view sex very differently. To a man, sex is like, shake my hand. That's sex. That's that. But women are more protective of their bodies because they have different consequences. If a woman has sex, she runs the risk of having a baby grow in her stomach for 9 months. It's like she runs a lot of different. That's why women are much more selective of who they do and don't have sex with. Women don't have sex like we do because they would. They just don't. Being a female, especially if she's moderately attractive, like a 5 at least, she can walk out and say, "Who wants to fuck me?" And somebody will do it, but she won't do that because she doesn't care about getting fucked. She cares about getting provided for and protected and this and that. Guys, we wish we could go outside. Who wants to fuck me? But nobody's gonna say yes. It's like we look at sex differently. So like what I'm saying is like if a woman cheats on you, unforgivable, because it takes more for them to have sex. Like, and I've spoken to, you can ask a female about it, they'll tell you if a woman gets to the point where she cheats, she's already emotionally disconnected from that relationship. She's looking for a different option at this point. She's getting ready to leave. If a guy cheats, he probably was just out one night and some 19-year-old came up to him and he was like, "Oh fuck," and he just did it. That doesn't mean he loves that girl. A guy does not love a woman until he's willing to die for her, until he's willing to provide her for physical and financial security, until he's willing to take care of her. And that's when you know a guy loves you. You know a woman loves you when she decides, "You're the only man who gets to have sex with me." Like, it's like we just show our love differently. So if a guy is literally, if he just like had sex with a girl, I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm saying it's not as big of an offense as a woman does it, because if she does it, women cannot just A guy can fuck a girl he doesn't even like.
I guess what.
You see what I'm saying?
I guess we're missing my point. My point is that it's easy that I've just never done it. But I will also then tell you, I'm also not going to tell you that it's easy. How come not everybody can do it? It's like, well, no, I can only speak for me. I can't speak for somebody else.
Oh, I was just stating that, like, if you're with a chick and she cheats on you, don't forgive her. It's unforgivable. But if you cheat on her, she should forgive you. Because, like, and I'm serious. Because who are you coming home to? Here's the difference between men and women. You can go fuck some girl in the club and still come home to your wife and love her. She can't do that for you. If she go fuck somebody, if she's going to come home, she's not going to be able to look at you the same way. She's going to please don't touch me, this and that. She's going to become distant. Because I'm asking women themselves, like, yeah, if we cheat, we've already disconnected. We're done. We just don't want to be alone, so we're going to stay with you till we find somebody else, and then we're going to leave. I've asked women this person. They told me that this is what we do. Guys, if a guy cheats, he's just getting his dick wet. Like, that's the only thing I'm saying. Like, you know how a guy is cheating on you, though, ladies? If somebody else has a whole different life that you don't know about, I'm serious.
And not only a whole different life, and it's fundamental is equal or better than yours.
Equal or better than yours? Yeah, if it's equal, that's an even bigger insult because everything he's giving him, he could be giving you plus what you already got. So that's how you know that. Because listen, we want women for their beauty, their inspiration.
We can give you everything plus what they got.
Plus what they got. So if you got a house and she got an apartment, guess what, nigga? You can get a manor.
True.
If you got a house and a car and she got an apartment in the car, you can have a manor and 2 cars. See what I'm saying? It's like, so if you have a house and 1 kid and she has an apartment and 1 kid, you can have a manor and 3 kids. This is what I'm saying. It's like so that it's like men and women cheat very differently. That's why if you're a woman, you were a guy and you find out he has another family. And it's like he's with some 20-year-old. She has 2 kids and they live in this apartment. That's why he doesn't come home on the weekends. Well, then now he's cheating. Because now he's providing physical and financial security, which is what you want. What do we want from you? We want your body. So when you give that up, then you're a cheat. That's what I'm just saying. Men and women, we cheat differently. If a guy fucks like a man can have sex with another woman and still love his wife completely. I truly believe that. He could totally.
I've seen it.
Because it doesn't matter. It's like it's just monkey brain. It's just pussy. It literally means that it doesn't mean he loves that girl. Just because we can have sex with girls we don't even like. You cannot have sex with a guy you don't like. You can't do it. If that was the case, you'll go outside right now. And if I can have sex detached, then go do it. Go to your gas station right now and ask one of the 5 guys in there buying beer who wants to fuck me. One of them is gonna say yes. Do it. Have sex with a guy you don't like. Do it right now. Prove me wrong. You can't do it. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that's wrong or anything. I'm just saying, but as a female, you can't, because it's so much, your body comes with so much more risk than ours. Not just STDs, there's so much more. I can fuck a girl tomorrow. She gets pregnant. I'm not pregnant. I can fuck another girl the next day. Guess what? You get pregnant, you're done. You got to commit. You got to make a choice. Either that you're going to come out some money and abort it, or you're going to commit to the pregnancy. You know what I mean? You got choices to make. That's why I don't blame women when they're because women are very sexually selective. Men, we're not. We're monkeys. We'll fuck any and everything. I have a type. That don't mean that's the only girl I'm fucking. Women, they have types. You know what that means? I mean, that's the only guy they fucking. That's the only thing I'm saying. So, little quick sociology lesson from Soul. Men do not cheat by having sex. That's just them having sex. Ladies, if you're with a guy and you find out he cheated on you because he fucked some girl at the club, forgive him. It doesn't matter. He doesn't love that girl. He loves you. It just happened. Forgive him. He's probably sorry.
No, but I will tell you this. It's the most disciplined man I've ever met in my life were the men who can say no to free pussy.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You can say, if you're a nigga who can say no to free pussy.
Mm-hmm. You know why I can't accept that premise? I'm not Tiger Woods. I'm not Kobe. I'm not LeBron. I don't go play golf. And then when I'm done on my 18th hole, a busload of Scandinavian whores are begging me to suck my dick. That doesn't happen to me.
True.
So I don't understand what that temptation feels like. So I can't tell guys who do have
I've been in that situation. I've been there
where you've had with busloads of women.
Busload, but
this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Drakes. I'm talking about the Tiger Woods. I'm talking about the
Drake and Tiger Woods. It can happen to me. Once again, it happened to me where I know for a fact I was in the military for 2 years while I was with my girlfriend. I could fuck every bitch in my barracks, and my girlfriend would never find out. Why? Because they don't know this.
But no. I'm talking, that's different. That's just like horny girls on
no,
mission.
no. But that's
like,
my point. My point is,
no.
I can say
I'm talking.
You have to say no to that type of pussy, and if you can still say no to that, you still have a commitment that you following. You different.
But you gotta understand the difference in what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you gotta understand. That's you in the military for 2 years. I'm talking about every day of your life, every city you go to, no matter where you live. If you were the average 5 out of 10 female, you can't walk into a Walmart without somebody. Hey, David, man, let me get your number. Us a female. David, let me get your number. Like you can't go nowhere without somebody coming. This is what women deal with every day. Not even like Beyonce's, or I'm talking about average women. Every day. You're regular every day. They can't go anywhere without some guy. Hey, what's your name? Oh, hey, what's this? Like, non-stop. Guys, we do not deal with that. Even if you was in the military, there was a plethora of girls, more than the average guy would have to come to. It's still not on the level that like the average female would deal with, or say like a LeBron James or a Drake or somebody would deal with, where Drake can't go anywhere in the world. Well, at least 15 girls begging him, let me please suck your dick. Please. I'm not talking about being flirtatious. Hey, David, how's it going? I mean, Jay, please. Oh, my God. Please. Yeah. Like how women have when guys come, please let me fuck you. Please. Oh, my God. Please.
I mean, I've never been that nigga for any woman, but yeah, I can see.
You see what I'm saying? So I can't tell a guy who's in that situation, you got a wife at home.
No,
and you fuck this 19-year-old Russian girl. You don't know what that's like.
No, I don't. But I'm telling you that any nigga who can be in a position to say no to free pussy, like if you,
I've never said no to free pussy. Every chance I've ever got free pussy, I said yes.
Exactly.
I wasn't even attracted to the girls most of the time.
I get it.
You know why? How often do I get free pussy? Not a lot. 3 or 4 times out of 26 years.
I've actually listened.
I wasn't in the military though.
No.
I'm a regular motherfucker walking up and down these streets.
No.
If I had a girl come to me like, oh my God, so
once again, I'm telling you, I've been in that position where a girl, and it wasn't before. It was even before. Almost any time that where a girl was about to give me free pussy, I was either in a relationship or I just wasn't interested.
Took it.
But no. But here's my response. No, because I discipline. Simply because I can fuck somebody.
Did you like the girl?
Huh?
Did you love her?
I love the
Were
girl.
you gonna leave your girl for her? Were you gonna do it? Well, that's the only part I'm coming from though. It's like I'm not gonna leave. You throwing it at me? I'll tell you. Listen. A wise man once said, if you're good at something, never do it for free. I'm going to say something kind of similar. If they give you something for free, never pay for it. That's what I'm saying. It's just like, look. And I mean, like, I'm not saying it's right. I'm also not saying it's right, but I'm just saying, like, on some level, like, bro, look, it's just right. It's right there. It's like a Snickers bar hanging from a fishing rod. And someone's like trying to reel you in. You're like, damn. Are you... Is yours as tight as my girl?
No.
Does it go as deep? Does it get as wet? Yeah. And it's just like, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna leave my girl for you or nothing. But what I'm saying for the chicks though,
no, but I'm fine.
If the chicks fuck a guy, they've already left you in their mind. They have. Actually, any female, they would tell you. If a female cheats, they've already left you in their mind. They have already left you. They're only with you because they just don't want to come home and be alone in their bed, and they're waiting until somebody else better walks around. And they're just gonna play the field until they find something. You're gonna wake up one day and you're gonna get divorce papers. You're gonna leave. That's what they do. That's how they operate. That's what I'm saying. Like when it comes to just sex, that's what I say. Men and women cheat differently. If it's just sex, you can't hold a man to the standard you hold a woman to. You cannot forgive a girl for cheating on you. You cannot. If she cheats, you know what? You're gonna take her back. She's gonna lose respect for you because you're a bitch, and she's gonna leave you anyway. So don't take her back. But if you cheat, she better take you back, man. You love her.
I've never been attracted to. Well, it's not. I'm not gonna say not been attracted to free pussy, but
it's free pussy. But then again, keep in mind how you just referenced it. It's just free pussy. It's just doesn't mean you love the girl. Doesn't mean. But you get what I'm saying about how men and women view sex differently. And how women cannot have sex detached.
Maybe come on. No, what I'm saying is I'm talking about me. I'm talking about for me. Free pussy, you straight. But because I don't believe in. There's no such thing as free consequences.
Oh, I never said that.
So because pussy comes with consequences, free. I'm straight.
I'm like if somebody's throwing it at you, just take it. Take it.
I'm good.
Take it and leave them in that city, especially like you on tour.
Good.
Good.
You
know what? Listen, there's a reason why 10 years ago Drake came out with a song talking about some you the best, but he's still not married. Listen, there's a reason. Because every city Drake goes to is a different female thinking she's gonna be the special one with the special pussy that's gonna make him fall in love. You're not. Because that's not how we look at. That's how women look at. I think a lot of women fall into the trap of thinking we view them the same way they view us,
and we don't.
And we don't.
You just don't.
So you thinking, but I gave you my body. Don't you love me? Oh, that's how you love me. I love you when someone. I'm gonna say this one. A girl I'm just fucking. So I hear somebody downstairs. I think somebody's in my house. Just call the cops.
Yes.
Hang up. A girl I love. So I think I heard somebody in the house. I think somebody broke in. Okay. Trying to make your way downstairs. Stay out of sight. Go in the garage. Hide. Call 911. I'm on the way. I'll be there in 5 minutes. I'm coming.
All over your face and to
well, I mean, I'm on my way to get you out of this situation.
And to come in your face.
Yeah. If I don't love you, somebody's in my house. Did the call come from inside the house, bitch? Then I make up. It's just like, it's like I don't love you. You think I'm about to come to a situation where I have the potential of dying for you? No. I just fucked you. Get over it. Call somebody else. If I loved you and you call me, somebody's in my house. Oh my God. Well, one, you wouldn't even have to do that because you'll be living with me. That's the big one right there. You'll be living with me. If I was at work, maybe somebody's in the house. Oh shit. Well, I gotta go home. My family's in danger. That's the difference between men and women. That's how we show our love. It's very, very differently. So just to piggyback what he was saying about cheating, men don't cheat. We have sex. That's all I want to say. And ladies, if you with a guy you think he cheated on you, listen. If he's not paying that girl's bills, if he ain't paying her car note, if he ain't give her a child, if he ain't paying her rent, if he ain't buying her groceries, if he ain't coming home and massaging her feet, if he ain't doing all that extra shit, then he don't love that girl. So what you mad about? You won. She's basically a walking pocket pussy. What you mad about?
Yeah.
What you mad about?
Yeah.
That's a real question, right? Should ladies think about that for a second?
I don't do it, so I can't.
No, I mean, but like, even if you do it or not, is that like a real question? Like, what are you actually mad about? Is it the possessiveness? Is it the control? How dare he?
Could be. But I guess my point is that it just takes discipline. And getting back to what they're saying when it comes to the whole vaccination thing is that the idea that we're willing to let people die.
Yeah, I ain't willing to let nobody fucking die with this fucking bullshit. Like, if somebody's in the hospital and they need help, you help them. It's just that simple.
Like, that's not even a conversation I'm having. Why is this where the conversation began?
Why are people applauding Jimmy Kimmel saying this nonsense? Did nobody stop and go like, yo, that's kind of fucking retarded? Did he really just say that?
Like, it's not even about being retarded. Nigga, no. What are you talking about?
Like, he really said that. Like,
but then again, when you're, this is the problem with comedians, is that
Jimmy Kimmel comedian?
Yeah, because he is actually a comedian. The problem with
really? Did I miss that?
We give comedians too much credit. When it's okay. No, when it becomes, well, they can say anything because they're funny. No,
well, see, that's the standpoint I do have. I think, like, under the guise of comedy and it being quite obviously a bit, because here's the thing, like, when it comes to comedians, when they're doing like a stand-up special, it'll be silly of you to assume they believe everything they're saying. Under the guise of doing a late night show that puts itself under the guise of news and stuff, and also I know these are your actual real opinions, it's kind of hard for me just to admit that, well, this is a comedy bit. No, you really believe this. You can say it in a joking manner or tone, but you really believe what you're saying. As opposed to Bill Burr saying we should sink yachts so we can get a random collection of people to lower the population. I know Bill Burr doesn't really fucking believe that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so nobody be like, Bill Burr thinks we should sink yachts for people going on cruises. so we can lower the population. It'll be silly because it's so absurd. You see what I'm saying? But just off track record alone and how Jimmy Kimmel reacts to stuff and how he does stuff, I know you really believe this, don't you? Oh, you see where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
It's like you actually believe this. This isn't just a bit to you. You might be portraying it as one, but this is what you right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah.
I agree.
You get what I'm saying, right, Felicia? Right. You just gonna stare at me? You're not gonna shake your head, yes or no? Okay. Well, what do you think, Felicia? Okay, I guess she just doesn't give a. I guess she just doesn't care. Are you ready? Finish?
Yeah. I'm listening. Let's do this.
I'm talking. Yeah, you got 5 kids, but you got 3 nannies. It's not the same thing if you stay home than a single mother with 3 kids. But you know what? She did make her choices. Oops, too bad for her. Or a single dad. Oh well, you should have chose better. If things go south, they have much more means than you to get help. They get private help. So be careful who you. Yeah, get that guy. You're not gonna get help. Well, you're gonna bypass all of that shit and get premium help. So it's easy for you to say that.
Yeah.
Easy. Even and I'm saying because I recognize that I am also in a position of privilege where I could tell people, yeah, get this, get that, but I also have, certain amount of money that I could bypass certain things. So be careful who you take those messages from as well.
Jimmy Kimmel, I mean, he's been a sellout for a hot minute, so it's not too surprising. But I didn't expect this low.
You didn't? Like you saw this and you
from the crier who talks about
go
die? No. But you know what, Priest, that's your thing. You expect the worst out of everybody. That's your thing. I started a video and I'm like, oh, there's this thing that happened. You're surprised? Like,
yeah, I do know what I do.
That's
I
every
do.
video.
But I do. You're right. You're absolutely right. Because I lost faith in a lot of shit.
But you look at me like I'm crazy though.
No, it's not that you're crazy. It's just that you got a lot of fucking wit. You see shit. Sometimes you see shit I don't see. Oftentimes you see shit that I don't see.
Yeah.
And see this guy that was crying and you saw the tears and you was like, I saw you see the tears. And you was like, really? I mean, so it's just because of that. But you're absolutely 100% on that. I see the worst and I expect the worst out of everybody. Is it because I'm dead inside? Is it because I seen shit? Is it because I don't know what it is. I don't know.
I'm like, I don't know. Man, they got robbed by gunpoint by the cartel on a roadblock.
Yeah. That's what the cartel be doing. The cartel be doing. You seen the news? It's out here.
That's what they do.
Made me laugh. But that's pretty much the extent of what I got.
You know.
But I do expect the worst out of everybody.
Yeah,
let's start. Shout out to Abby and Pre-Show, man. Those two are fucking hilarious.
No, but also, but I was actually kind of surprised about the Jimmy Kimmel thing too, because I was like, wait, Jimmy Kimmel told niggas to die? What the fuck is going on, bro?
That's the same with men. J Wolf, with all due respect, you're wrong. Anyway.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is, when I saw the Jimmy Kimmel thing, for a minute, I didn't know, so I was just kind of listening. I was like, wait, Jimmy Kimmel told niggas to die? Like, I thought he was pro healthcare. Now
Jimmy Kimmel is pro whatever the fuck he's told to be.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Pro whatever the fuck he's told to be.
Ooh. You said that with your whole chest too.
Yeah. Jimmy Kimmel is pro whatever he's told to be. He's a mouthpiece. He's a puppet. He's exactly what Stephen Colbert is.
Ooh.
He's exactly what Trevor Noah is.
Wait,
just
what?
less despicable. He's
I like Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah is the most disgusting piece of shit I've ever seen in my life.
Why?
He's just fucking disingenuous. He's fake. He doesn't speak real opinions. He's a mouthpiece. He is the Democratic Party's opinion that they want the minorities to have. That's what he is. That is what he is. That is what he is. Like, I'm sorry, I don't like any of these late night show hosts. I don't, because I see through their bullshit. I see the Marxism and everything they say. I see, and I also see that what they say now directly contradicts the way they lived their lives a decade ago. And it's all over the internet.
Go sit down.
No, we're about to end this.
Oh,
I'm about to move my couch back.
Okay.
But it's just like, yeah, no, it's just
wait, over a decade ago. What you mean?
There's footage of just Jimmy Kimmel like before being woke was mainstreamly acceptable. There's footage of Jimmy Kimmel being what he used to be, doing all sorts of different weird raunchy shit.
Yeah, he was a different dude.
He was a completely different dude. You know why he's not that dude anymore? Because it's not profitable. Stephen Colbert was not the guy he is right now. Stephen Colbert is the guy he is right now because it's profitable. They are left-wing mouthpieces. That's what they are. They're chameleons. They're paid to be mouthpieces. That's what they are. They're not real people.
In other words, like for example, my opinions have always been very left.
Those are your actual
opinions.
Those are your actual opinions. They're about as real. No, they are fucking Marxists.
Okay, but what were you gonna say before then?
Like I say, those are your real, genuine opinions. Those are what you truly believe, and to that, I can respect it. But when I know that you're just simply saying this because some guy or a group of guys or a group of girls or a group of non-binary, who the fuck is telling you that?
I don't know what that is.
Like,
am I still in the wrong for not knowing?
No, it's not a real thing. It's not a real thing. It's not a real thing. It's a Marxist thing.
So it's not a real thing. What is a non-binary? What does that mean?
It's biologically impossible.
One is biologically impossible, but two, that's how you interpret yourself in the world. That's neurological.
Yeah.
That's your imagination.
Biologically, you're still one or the other. Biologically, it's not a real thing. It's not a real thing. It's just Marxist propaganda. It's a reprogramming of society to. You were alive 2 years ago.
I was.
How much LGBTQ was in mainstream media? I'm talking from children's shows to CW shows to news to how much of that was in the media? How much?
Just as much as there was any black people, Hispanic people, Asian people.
Little to none.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say little none.
No.
Because once again, my favorite character. What I loved was that. I'm glad you brought this up. What I loved about one of my favorite characters in Degrassi is that despite him being gay, his homosexuality wasn't his character.
Okay, but see, that's the point I'm making. There might have been the one or two characters who happened to be gay or something.
But I'm
not disputing it. I'm saying, but when did it become to the point where the scripts of the show was, by the way, we need this 5-section portion of the script. We talk about how important it is to be inclusive to the LGBTQ. Like, when did that wasn't 10 years ago. It wasn't 20 years ago. That's a relatively new thing. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and this is what I'm talking about.
It's okay to have a gay character, but when you make the character the gay character, that's the problem.
The gay character,
black guy, the black character,
the black, like the fact that Turk in Scrubs was black, you never even realized it. Turk was just a good doctor, a good surgeon actually.
Yeah,
JD was a doctor. He was a surgeon.
Yeah,
he was just a good surgeon. The fact that and anytime anybody made a joke about him being black, it was JD, and it was taken awkwardly because Turk will also make a joke about him being white. Yeah. But JD's talking about him being black would be taken more awkwardly because like that's weird. Like, you know, but like now you couldn't have I'm a strong black man and I'm a surgeon in the medical field. That would be the script today.
Yeah.
That would be the script today. And I'm a powerful black man in the medical field, dominated by the white male doctors. and you're what? Is this a TV show? Or am I getting preached to? You know, and it's just like they're not allowed to be characters anymore.
Not allowed to be people. Because he didn't have a lot of his contention in the hospital had very little there were some episodes where it had to do with him being black. But a lot of his contention had to do with proving that he was actually a good surgeon. Because of how Dr. Cox felt about surgeons, the way some of his colleagues as surgeons will function.
25, I'm gonna talk to you later about that, bro. Because you're wrong. But continue what you.
I guess what I'm saying is that as bad as they are, really, you know, I just do not like anything that preaches to me.
Wait, what?
The golden booty.
What the fuck?
Go back up. Go back up to golden booty.
Wait, no, but that's not what Where's my video? Stop blacklisting me, YouTube. Stop blacklisting me. Motherfuckers. I'm gonna show you a video. They're trying to blacklist me. They're trying to blacklist me. They always blacklisting me. You got a Discord? Yeah, King Soul, the Young God Emperor. That's my Discord.
Okay, continue.
I feel like you wanted to say something just now.
I don't have an opinion.
Nah, you gotta say it with your chest.
You know what I'm saying with my chest? I don't have his opinion.
My Discord is King Soul, the Young
So
God
I just
Emperor.
finished watching this cringy ass episode of The Flash, and you know what it did? It reminded me because it
You
had
remember
the
the
same
episodes? You remember
name as an episode.
Okay,
of
let me set it. You remember the episode of The Flash from season
4?
Oh, so you remember? I did this video the night that episode aired because like it was just like, but this is like the points I say in this video, I kind of sum up better than what I'm trying to say right now. It's just it's just but basically I just kind of.
So I just finished watching this cringy ass episode of The Flash, and you know what it did? It reminded me because it had the same name as an episode of one of my favorite episodes of Batman the Animated Series called Girls Night Out. And it's kind of funny. See, this is what The Flash tried to do in this episode. It tried to symbolize how anyone, man or woman, can be the hero you need. But here's the thing. This episode did not preach to you. Of course, the same trope, the group of female heroes, the band together to stop the female villain. It's a female-centric episode, and you see your female heroes go through their loses and their wins, and here you see Supergirl getting her ass shot. Yeah, but here's the thing: this episode isn't preaching to you. It was the message it got was powerful and potent and damn near like gorgeous because it was right. And it didn't have to say what it was trying to do. It showed it. The characters did it themselves.
That's what I was trying to say. It does. You don't have to say what you're trying to do. Yeah. You just show it. The characters would do it themselves. I thank you, me from 4 years ago. Like
villains showed how resourceful and dominating, powerful villains they were by using their own resources and abilities. The hero showed how heroic and how dutiful they are in themselves by coming and stopping the villains. And it never once had to tell you, by the way, these are female, so this is impressive. By the way, these are female, so this is a good thing. Because this was a time when they didn't need to. When a character was just a character. When a character can inspire hope or whatever, regardless, you didn't have to attach their gender to them. Their persona was what you attached to. Everything they stood for is what you attached to. Their powers and abilities, what you stood for. Their gender did not matter to you. And this episode perfectly illustrates that.
It was or race or orientation. Yeah. All encompassing. The argument is all encompassing right now. Yeah. Race, orientation, gender, anything.
It was never, ever about gender. It wasn't until this third wave of feminism came. Gender started coming into question where women are not fight when
actually, that's my point. My point is, she's so strong that she doesn't actually know how to fight. Nigga, and that actually put her in really tough spots when a nigga who just knew how to fight
came up also just as strong as her. Yeah. I that's why I appreciated Alex taking her under some red sun laps and training her.
Yeah, because it was like, no, you run into motherfuckers who just know how to dodge a punch, and what do you do then, Carl?
Ice breath?
On my face. Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens because you don't actually know how to box.
What the fuck are you talking about? Like
nigga, blocking shit in your face.
What are you talking about?
Nigga, that's not.
So taking you got the Flash talking about something. We live in a world dominated by the male.
You know who my favorite characters? You know what my favorite characters are? Dodge tanks. You wanna know why? Because I can take a hit by having that hit not even hit me.
The ultimate tank.
The greatest tank ever. The nigga who can't touch me. Why do I have to block hits? Why do I have tank hits? How about the nigga just not touch me? Which is why the Flash television show doesn't make a whole lot of sense. That nigga should be the definition of a dodge tank. Nigga, who can hit me at 700 miles per hour? Quite literally nobody. But continue.
You never gonna let that one go, huh?
I will never, ever let it go. Because you started the show.
Base speed, 700 miles.
700. I'm like, 700 miles per hour. You understand that you running across states by accident, my guy. What are you talking about? 700 miles per hour? You should be, motherfucker, you should be walking faster.
Well, the question becomes, why is Barry not using his powers like Eobard did? Because everything you expect from Barry, you saw Eobard do.
You saw Eobard did. So you're like, so you can't do that. Why are speedsters incompetent?
No. Barry is just not a murderer.
But that shouldn't stop you from being competent. Competency is something completely different. Competency is very different from murder. You don't have to be. You can be a competent speedster and not be a killer.
I could. You wouldn't stop me from doing what Eobard did, just running on a submarine and snapping everybody's neck and being done with it.
No, but once again, I can also justify you not killing people. It's very easy for you to be a speedster and not kill.
I'm at least breaking everybody's jaw.
I can legit do no damage to somebody and still get my job done. You want to know why? Because in the Flash, you're going against either metahumans that have offensive capabilities, which means that they take hits like normal people, or you're running up on normal people. Captain Cold is a nigga with a gun.
Why do you just run up on him?
I can literally dismantle the gun, pick him up, and take him to jail before he can say, "Freeze! Put your hands up." Freeze! Where am? All right.
Captain Cold is a nigga with a gun.
Captain Cole's a nigga with a gun.
Hold on,
the gun has a gimmick, but Captain Cole's a nigga with a gun.
What about the guy who can make a bunch of them? Multiple men, all right? Like
that was equally stupid. I knock you out and take you to jail before you can ever multiply. Gone. Like half of his villains have offensive capabilities,
right,
which means that they take hits like normal people,
right? Like Naruto, basically.
They take normal,
and they can't substitute.
They're normal niggas in these streets. Very few of them have defensive capabilities. Most of them have offensive capabilities.
One and done. It's a legit one and done.
It should be one and done. Yeah. By 30 minutes into episode 3, we have to bring in Reverse Flash because we can't keep this nigga just knocking boys out. We ain't got enough villains in this roster. Like if you have an hour long, if those villains were in Arrow,
5 minutes per episode.
No.
Oh, they were Arrow.
If they were in Arrow, that would make sense.
If they were in Arrow, each villain is a season-long threat.
No. If you have Captain Cold and Arrow, that makes all sense in the world. If you have Heatwave and Arrow, it makes all sense in the world. Yeah. You have Pied Piper and Arrow, all sense in the world.
King Shark.
Actually, if you take Grodd and King Shark and put them in Supergirl, all sense in the world.
Right.
They do not make sense for Flash. Flash is actually a really terrible hero to make a TV show out of because of the nature of super speed. Super speed is one of the most broken abilities.
Flash is ridiculously broken, dude. If you read the comments and you see what the Flash is capable of, but let's get through this because I had some good thoughts in this video from a couple of years ago, and already I like what I'm saying already. This Soul Fist guy know what he's talking about.
Yeah, Soul Fist nigga's true.
The question where women are underrepresented, what the fuck are you so perfectly illustrates that. It was never ever about gender. It wasn't until this third wave of feminism came that gender started coming into the question where women are underrepresented. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, yes. What are you talking about? This is such a great episode. Meanwhile, you got the Flash talking about something. We live in a world dominated by the male gaze, and women can't wear whatever they want because men will look at them. First off, the male gaze. Let's talk about the goddamn male gaze. Such a shameful, like, hideous statement to even make. As of almost, it's wrong for you to be a man, to be attracted to something, to see something and be like, wow, that's really physically appealing to me. Of course, when you're just staring at somebody creepily, yeah, but just they're making it seem like just being attracted to women is wrong, and that everything, all of our media is dictated by this. Supergirl and Batgirl don't look like they're victims of the male gaze here. And this is old. Remember, this is when they were saying women were really like oppressed and stuff, right? You know, none of these characters. I mean, I guess you could argue Poison Ivy, but that's her shtick to seduce.
Right.
I mean, I guess this is when they were saying women were really like oppressed and stuff, right? You know, none of these characters. I mean, I guess you could argue Poison Ivy were really victims of this. Supergirl and Batgirl don't look.
You notice, both of those women are fully clothed and they're still attractive.
Right.
Both of those women are fully clothed.
But our media is dictated by this.
That woman is fully clothed. Supergirl is looking cute, but also, you want to know why she can afford to do that? Because she's the girl of steel.
She's also indestructible.
Yeah, so she can literally take hits that Batgirl can't take. That entire thing that Batgirl's wearing, that's technically armor.
Yeah, it's all armor.
That's all armor.
Every single last piece of it.
That's all armor. You want to know why? Because I can't be out here just taking.
But even still, what's
very
wrong?
Flexible armor, but it's armor because I can't be out here just taking blows to the face.
But still, what's wrong with a skirt that's lower, that hangs lower than her cheeks and midriff?
No, I like it. I personally like it. Actually, to me, it signifies what she is.
A girl?
Why would I? No, not only a girl who can take hits. Because why would I not dress like that? I can take the hits that you can't. Right. So whether or not I'm wearing clothes is truly neither here nor there.
Irrelevant.
It's irrelevant.
But Power Girl got big old titties.
No, it's why Starfire can wear what the fuck she wants.
Yeah. I'm Tamaranian.
I'm taking his that. You want to know who's fully clothed on the Teen Titans? Robin. Why? Because I'm a normal nigga in these streets.
I'm a normal dude. You know who's completely naked? Cyborg.
Why? Because I'm fucking robots.
Yeah. Nobody says about Cyborg being completely fucking ass naked.
You want to know who? You know who sleeps in the nude? Beast Boy. Because I can turn into a fucking dog if I want to.
Yeah, just curl up in a ball and.
Literally is.
She looking at you like, what? Did I do something?
No. You're proving the point.
You're good. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Like
you're good.
Fucking dickheads. Like Robin's fully clothed because Robin's wearing armor. Because he can't be out. He's still jumping around and dodging hits because I can't take fucking blows to the face.
I'm a regular nigga. I'm a ninja, and my daddy got money.
Yeah. None of that all of that requires that I better know how to fight. Otherwise, I'm getting smacked.
Literally, I'm a ninja, and my daddy got money. That is Robin the Boy Wonder.
That does not help me take a hit from Grodd. That
doesn't help me with LiveWire. That doesn't help me with Trigon.
Hell, that hardly helps me with the niggas who I roll with. The other Robins would still whoop my ass.
Yeah, that doesn't help me with Batman. That doesn't help me. That doesn't. Green Lantern has a bad day.
Shit gets wacky, all right?
You know,
Flash has a bad day. We're all done.
Brainiac comes down. I'm just like, you know,
I'm a regular nigga in these streets.
I'm a dude. I'm a dude, and sometimes I'm under the age of 12. You know, so it's like, what do you want from me? What do you want from me?
I would get nigga, fuck all superhero niggas. Just the niggas who I roll with. The rest of the Bat family will whoop my ass.
Yeah, they're all older than me. They're all Nightwing, Red Hood, Batgirl, Batwoman.
Red Hood don't mind shooting people up here.
Yeah. What happens if Red Hood runs up a Robin one day?
Say, little nigga, run me that stick. Man, nigga, fuck it.
Bruce. Daddy. Just like that.
Run me that stick.
It's my step.
I hope that what I'm gonna hope for. Hell, Batman Beyond. That's all armor, head to toe.
Bro, that's a suit that got
powers,
jets in the boots, retractable wings,
all types of wild shit.
Stealth mode.
We ain't
microphones on the fingertips.
Like we got everything. Why? Because we can't. Because Terry out here fighting real niggas.
Niggas like Blight. Bitches like Ink
and Blight are a thing in that world.
That's a real thing.
That's a real thing.
That's a real thing Terry had to deal with. Terry's 17. That's a real thing. Like that's a real
he almost died by Blight, man.
Bro. Like Blight and Ink alone. That's like real.
That's like
splicers. splicers, the Joker gang, like niggas with crowbars and chains and
Nigga, no, detachable chainsaw arms.
yeah, like what do you think I am, kick ass? Like who do you?
Like I have real niggas in these streets. Spellbinder.
That's another one. That's the Royal Flush gang.
Damn,
What do you want me to do?
the fuck is out here, bro? Like,
What do you want me to do? Like, what do you want? I'm at 17.
and half that shit.
I'm trying to get in my girlfriend's pants and she won't let me.
I put it like this.
What's her name, Madison?
Dana.
Damn. What is Madison from?
No, I put it like this. Half of that shit, Bruce never dealt with. Bruce ain't never had a nigga who's made a radioactive energy swing on him. I seen some wild shit in my day.
Bruce ain't deal with a bitch made of inks going down his throat, trying to suffocate him. Bruce deal with his crazy shit.
Sure.
Niggas with ice guns, bitches that control plants, Mexican luchadors with steroids, clowns. You know,
I've dealt with my garden variety
wild
shit.
weird shit. Niggas with a duality fetish.
I've dealt with my garden variety craziness.
Right.
Nigga, what?
But shit. Future shit? Nah, you lost me.
You tripping right now.
What? Your gun shoot plasma. I dodge bullets, nigga. You dodging like that's like
lasers.
That's lasers. That's a whole different level of dodging, nigga. I can't even I can't get hit at all. Like, you know what I mean?
I feel like this. The bat suit actually allows him to take some of those hits.
Bruce ain't had shit like that.
Bruce ain't had nothing like that.
With a bullet, he's like, you better hope he got hit in the right spot that didn't go through the Kevlar.
Yeah.
What does Kevlar do to a laser?
Melt. Melt.
Damn, wait. What the fuck does Kevlar do to a laser?
Melt.
So what the fuck is Terry's suit made of?
Terry's suit is made out of some other shit.
Yeah.
Literal other shit.
Just some other shit.
Some other shit.
Yeah. Maybe some kind of biomechanical mesh.
Other shit.
Yeah.
Like quite literally other shit. Like I feel like this. Bruce didn't make that suit. Bruce made the suit, but what the suit was made of?
Oh, the material? No, maybe Lucius.
Maybe Lucius.
Well, Lucius
Lex. No. What I'm saying is the material made. He probably got from Lucius, fucking Brainiac, fucking the Tamarine. He put some. I need to prepare. That's a lot of reverse engineering. We got to prepare this nigga for everything.
That's a lot of reverse engineering.
Hey, what's Clark Kent's shit made of? We can put that shit in there too, dog.
Weave it.
Everything. Put everything in this suit. You are not dying here. You are not. It has a self.
Because he made that suit because he was getting older.
Yeah, he has a self-healing thing that allows Terry to, if he does get hit, to heal from it quickly so it doesn't bleed over and die. Like, he got all types of shit in there, bro. He got real armor out here.
Batman 1.0 way back in the day.
Yo,
that was pads,
right?
And a belt.
That was Kevlar and a belt.
That was Kevlar and a belt.
I still took hits.
That was Kevlar and a belt with a memory foam cape.
And I was still taking hits with crowbars by
Joker.
By a fucking clown.
Nigga ran up and broke my jaw one night with a crowbar. I'm a Batman. He hit me with a crowbar.
I had this conversation with Daredevil. Nigga, y'all had armor? Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. What? I was out here with a sweatshirt and a bandana. I was real. A sweatshirt and a bandana. Like, before I got the suit.
I didn't get the suit until halfway through my show. I didn't get the suit.
I had to basically beat Kingpin to get the suit. Like, after that, the Punisher shot through it. So I was like, the fuck is the point of the suit?
I was really out here having to really be a ninja. Like, I couldn't get caught by shit.
Yeah.
Or else I fucking die. Like, I'm a regular. When I said you thought Robin was a regular nigga, Daredevil truly is a regular dude
with super senses, though.
That's nowhere near as helpful as you think.
Listen. If I'm right here, and I know you about to come turn this corner because I can hear you.
Yeah.
You know,
no, I agree. No. Super senses are cool, but how cool?
How much does it help me knock your ass out? Not at all. No. I have to really knock your ass out. Yeah, because I'm hell bent on this not killing you thing.
One, I'm hell-bent on this not killing you thing, but two, most importantly, let's assume I'm not hell-bent on this killing you thing, and I'm pretty flexible with it. I can still kill you. I'm still a regular nigga. Do you know how hard it is for a nigga to kill a regular nigga with his bare hands?
Right.
It's
not
not.
Like he got like super aiming or anything. Like
No, it's no. What I'm telling you is killing another human being with your just bare.
Your hands. Yeah, that's not easy.
That's not.
It's gonna take a minute. It's faster to knock him out.
It's one. It's faster to knock him out, but two, most importantly, you pretend like that nigga don't have a fight in him. Like, he also has a fight mechanism too. Like, it ain't like you just fighting a styrofoam.
Now must fight one nigga times 7.
Hey, here's the catch. Those 7 niggas feeling real froggy because there's 7 of them. There's just 7.
Supergirl and Batgirl don't
that's just armor.
like they're victims of the male here. And this is remember this is when they were saying women were really like oppressed and stuff, right? You know, none of these characters. I mean, I guess you could argue Poison Ivy, but that's her shtick to seduce men because you know that's something women can do. You act like women can seduce men, and my problem with this episode of The Flash is that it really acted like. Oh god,
this is the first time Supergirl ever had detective work.
Like men aren't victims of like women with wandering eyes. You know what I mean? Like first of all, nobody forces you to work in a strip club. Second of all, nobody shames you for working in a strip club. Nobody cares. Like you're there to do your job. You know what I mean? That's no one thinks that. It's almost like you're putting words in the mouth of the men. Secondly, why do you think Twilight exists? Why do you think 50 Shades of Grey exists? Why do you think any of these romantic young adult movie thingies exist? You act like this women don't like. There's no reason for the dog to do it in Twilight to take his shirt off before he turns into a dog because he doesn't wear clothes when he's a dog. You just do that because women like seeing dudes with abs. There's a reason why there's firefighter calendars. You know, it's so stupid. It tries to pretend like women themselves don't like to gawk at men. Like there's not a reason all the wrestlers are fucking half naked, wearing trunks and boots with their abs and stuff. Like women don't want to eat. It's the dumbest, most preachy shit, and you just infest your TV shows with it.
You know,
it's like you're forced to go to church for a religion you're not a part of. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. Oh God, but no. The overall point making here is this is an episode showing you that females can kick ass way back from childhood.
You know why? You know what makes it a really great episode? Not one point did the show ever be like, by the way, they're all girls.
No, at one point, you know what? At one point they do. They say, let's call Batman and Superman not because they're men, but because they're more experienced than we are.
King Soul, the young god emperor. Okay.
All right, wait a minute.
Young god emperor.
Right. But my point is, they actually in that episode they actually said, hey, let me call Batman and Superman. You want to know why they were calling Batman and Superman? Because they know that Batman and Superman can solve this problem because they're more experienced at solving these types of problems. Nigga, at the end they were sidekicks. They didn't call them because they were men.
Well, no.
They didn't call them because they were men.
No. They called them. Really, they called them because they're slightly more experienced heroes, and they might have some type of
leeway,
insight.
That I don't have.
Yeah,
because I started yesterday.
But they also they end up doing it without their help, not to prove we can do it because we're girls. It's like, hold on, they keep looking at us as sidekicks. It had nothing to do with being girls. It was like,
because here's the catch. You know who else felt the same way? The Robins. Superboy. But we're superheroes too. Yeah, but they're better.
You're almost. You're getting there. You're getting there.
You can't whoop my ass, but you didn't.
You're getting there.
Like all 4 of y'all can't jump me and whoop my ass. No. I'll whoop.
I'm whoop everybody's ass.
I'll whoop y'all I'll whoop y'all. Everybody in here, bro.
Okay, guys.
So that's actually one.
God damn, dude, we went for 2 hours.
Yeah, and that's. But I want to get this up. That's actually something that I wish. Actually, there was an episode of Power Rangers like that where the girls had to handle the problem because the dudes were off base somewhere.
But the show never. I guarantee. I don't know what season it was.
It was Lost Galaxy.
Oh, did I know for a fact the show never be like, by the way, these are girls. They're girls, isn't that so impressive? Because I mean, I'm like, well, they're fucking hard.
It's fine. Nigga, it's all like nigga. No, yeah, that's what happened. And then the dudes came in, and you know what they said? Why didn't y'all call us, nigga? We were here. Like, why didn't y'all? And like, no, we had it. It was like, no, we were here. Like, you could have fucked around and gotten killed. Just call make sure that. No, actually, no. What happened was the other two dudes were fighting the monster, and you know Leo was getting his shit pushed in by the Magna Defender. So,
right? That's like, you know, that's just one of those things that it always happens, right? You know, just like Magna Defender. You know, I'm here for Scorpius, but if you do that, Terra Venture.
You remember that scenario that I tried to set up with you? And I was like, okay, this is what you're gonna do. You gonna hold Magna Defender, so you want me to die? No.
You keep Magna Defender business. So you back up. No. You by yourself.
I'm gonna try to get Scorpius in position so that we can get Magna Defender to destroy.
Like, what the fuck? Like, you're the Red Ranger. Why don't you use a Battleizer? No, I need to get Scorpius. I need to do this.
No. You're the Red Ranger. I need you to fight them. Oh, by the way, this is pre-Battleizer.
Oh, no Battleizer?
No, we ain't got that.
We
don't even have that. You just here. You just here. You solo dolo, bro. It's on you. I was like, I'm about to die.
No lights of Orion? I'm
sorry. I'll give you lights of Orion. I'll give you lights. We don't got
Battleizer. You bought me 5 minutes.
That's all I need.
I ain't taking my chance.
Give me 3. I gave you 5 minutes. Give me 3 so I can set this up and then have them niggas fight each other.
I'm gonna try to give myself 7 by at least stalling for 2, then using the lights of Orion.
Yeah. Stall hard. Try to talk some humanity into. I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. All right.
Lights of Orion activate.
Lights of Orion activate. Like lights of Orion activate. Right now.
Please.
It's this shit on.
Go galactic, motherfucker.
Go galactic. Lights right now. Turn this shit the fuck off. Hey, put the gun down.
The fuck.
All right, now we're here. Let's go. I'm about to get my ass beat and my. Hold on. Let me get.
It's crazy because when Mike became the new Magna Defender, I feel like he was nowhere near as much of an ass whooper as the first one.
Because he wasn't. The Magna Defender was Magna Defender. Mike was cosplaying as the Magna Defender. Two very different niggas. I feel like this. Mike was probably one of the softest 6 Rangers we had in the Saban era.
Still one of the most powerful Black Rangers of all time, though.
Well, still one of the most powerful 6 Rangers. Yeah. Period. But as a person, one of the softest niggas in the room.
What? I mean, put yourself in his shoes. Nigga died, or at least almost died.
Soft. I mean, soft. Compare him to Ryan.
Good point.
Compare him to Eric.
Because Ryan was like titanium powers a rap.
Compare him to Eric.
You lucky if you hear quantum power.
It's like if he can cap you before we even become Rangers, he'll do that.
He will.
But and then at some point he turns.
You fear the day you see my beret.
Yeah. And Ryan, I feel like this. I have a hard time believing that in his human form, he's weak. Because you have to have a certain physical constitution to take
on a titanium morpher, and then that's with the fact that once you bond with a morpher and get connected to the morpher, your physical human form accelerates even higher than abnormal humans. So think about because Rangers are strong enough to shatter putties or robots, and
but he was raised in hell.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's being raised in hell. That's a big one. But wasn't Mike like truly softer than say like Cam? I know Cam would get shit done when he needs to, but Cam's constitution, Cam wasn't out there trying to end niggas,
Mike was Mike. I like this. Mike was always physically strong enough to sacrifice himself. That nigga almost died 3 times in that show. It's crazy. Like for real, like
holy shit. No. No, unfortunately, damn, I will keep talking, but I gotta be working 7 hours.
Oh shit.
So
in this SOULcast, David Bennington, I'm gonna be out. But
what did you think of the video?
Jimmy Kimmel, you know what it is? We're gonna say what is popular to our base.
But that's the problem, though.
That's always been the problem. The problem is that once again, when you start pandering, you have to keep pandering.
Yeah, fuck the Marxists. Sorry, I know.
I would tell you that Marxism has a place in the world, like everything else.
I don't think everything has a place in the world.
I do. I'm a firm believer. Listen, hoes exist. I don't want to be in the world without hoes.
I don't want to be in the world without hoes either.
I can complain about them all day. I don't want to be in the world without them.
Yeah, I do want to be in the world without Marxism.
I believe that Marxism. You want to know why? Because Marxism isn't completely wrong about anything. Marxism isn't completely wrong. They're completely wrong about how we should be, how things should be different.
Marxism is wrong about one thing, though.
They're wrong about quite a bit of things. But even
it's like the whole narrative that there's always a victim and always an oppressor. That's just fundamentally just wrong. And that's what Marxism is built upon.
About how you define victims and oppressors.
Well, but that's what Marxism is built upon, though. It's always a victim and it's always an oppressor. So no matter what happens, it denies accountability, basically. Marxism is built on the denial of accountability. No matter how bad my life is, it's always there's a boogeyman. It's always a boogeyman. And no matter what I do, I can never be too extreme enough because I'm always the victim. So I can never cross that line because I'm always attacking the oppressor. So I'm always in the right. That belief, that mentality
is a problem.
It happens on the extreme ends of Marxism, but the ideology leads itself to that belief, is what I'm saying.
Anything that tells you that you are not in control of your life is a problem.
It's a problem. It's a problem.
Because to some degree, you don't have you one of my friends said best, and I'll try to say it to the best of my ability. Life does not change you; it accentuates what you always were. Life doesn't change.
Actually, true. Ooh.
Life doesn't change you; it accentuates what you always were. Let that be one of my final lessons.
I feel like the Wolf of Wall Street when they do cocaine and stuff.
Yeah. Well, but this is my final lesson. Life does not change you; it accentuates what you always were. Meaning, you do not. Somebody doesn't turn into a bitch ass nigga. Bitch ass nigga has to be in you for you to turn into.
Mm-hmm.
You don't turn into something like that. You gotta be in it. So when somebody says I was socialized by my environment, but there's niggas who are in your environment who never sold drugs.
Yeah. So you can't blame your environment. You need there's personal agency and accountability that you're completely ignoring. What did you do? But my environment. What did you do? But my environment. What did you do?
There are people in your environment who never sold drugs. There are people in your environment who never
became prostitutes. They've never done any of that.
They never did that.
People in your environment who never fought their parents, skipped school.
None of that shit.
People in your environment who focused on getting the fuck out the environment
by legal means.
And you're trying to say, but I couldn't because I was a product of this one. And the system, man, it didn't give me a chance. What are you talking about? This person made their own chance.
Yeah. But besides that, let's assume that you're a victim. Let's assume that you're a product of your environment. You certainly have the money to get out of that environment. You certainly have the money to get therapy. You certainly have the money to get help. You certainly have the money.
What the fuck is she doing?
You certainly have the money to take care of yourself. You don't have to now. You recognize that you were a person who is a product of their environment. You no longer have to be a product of your environment. You get what I'm saying?
I get you. I'm just wondering. There you go.
Yeah.
You figured out how to get out.
But you get my point.
Get on the couch.
So the idea that's the reason why I say all the time that life doesn't change you. It accentuates what you always were. You always had to be a bitch ass nigga to turn into that. You
had to be a bitch ass nigga. And that's why I'm going to leave it on what my friend Captain Ballon will always say. Life moves in every direction. I still don't know what that means.
Life moves in every direction. Meaning you can be.
Fuck. Become, all right. That's my go to fuck to sleep alarm.
Yeah. You can become anything that you want to be. You have to choose that. And your life will then follow the directions that you choose.
Wise words, not fifth. Hey, 25, stop hating. All right, guys.
I do not want anyone to believe that people should die because they're not getting the vaccine. That's fucking dumb. That people shouldn't be should have a justifiable justifiable questions for the vaccine, because that's fucking dumb. The fact that people are just simply because someone's asking a question doesn't make them wrong.
Yeah, and most importantly,
fuck Jimmy Kimmel.
Well, no, I'm about to say that too, but most importantly, listen, I really don't give like communism, socialism, Marxism. It's all terrible, and you should all feel bad for subscribing to that ideology. All right, it's Selfish Hell Hydra.